Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday, or I guess it's afternoon here for me. I slept in pretty late today, so my time is all thrown off. It is just touched afternoon, so good afternoon, good evening, good night, good morning, good whatever time it is. Hi, Death, how are you? Thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate that very much. We've had a lot of fun stuff to start today's stream. TS came in here with the ultimate boop giant emote, 20 biddies for the giant Tallara boop. Tallara Bongo, which I love. Jazzy with the resub for 13 months. And Death with the resub for 45 months. Thank you guys all so much for that. I really, really appreciate it. I hope your weekend is going well. We had a lot of fun last night having a kind of an impromptu movie night. So thank you to everyone who stopped by. We actually watched Kiki's Delivery Service for the very first time, or my very first time anyway. And it was so much fun. What a cozy, cute movie. I really enjoyed it. So thank you to everyone who stopped by for our movie night last night. I saw most of you guys on our last stream on Monday, which was honestly one of my favorite streams of all time. On Monday, we finished the Pokemon Blue Nuzlocke, and it was a, drumroll please, success! That's right, it was a success. We beat the Pokemon Blue Nuzlocke. It was touch and go there multiple times on Monday's stream, but that made victory all the sweeter. Oh my goodness, that was, no joke, one of the most fun streams I've ever had. So thank you guys for being there for that, for hyping me up, for cheering me on, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. TS has actually prepared a really awesome command, and when you hit !blue, it says the Blue Nuzlocke challenge of Pokemon Y has ended in success. Battling through adversity and overcoming all odds, our valiant party of Squirtle, Lapdance, and Blobsire made it through the Kalos region, ultimately defeating the Elite Four and champion Diantha and achieving the title of champion. We thank our fallen heroes Moistfisto, Littlefoot, Frogathan, Huglax, LeBallon, Hypnobro, and D20 for their service, and may they forever rest in peace. Thank you for that amazing command there, TS. That sums it up perfectly. It was so exciting to watch, says Jazzy. It was a real roller coaster of emotions. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It was just so much fun. So yeah, that was the final Pokemon Monday for now anyway. Don't worry. I'm sure more Nuzlocks will return in the future. That was actually Nuzlocke number 7, and with that victory, it brings our lifetime total to 3 wins, 4 losses. So at the very least, we got to make sure we work one more Nuzlocke in to get us up to 500, right? But that's it for Pokemon Mondays for now. Mondays going forward is actually going to be a bit of a change of pace, something that I'm super excited about. Co-op streams with Rory are going to return starting on Monday, and we're going to be checking out the brand new co-op game Split Fiction. I've been doing my best to avoid any gameplay because I want to go into it completely blind to experience it with Rory, but from all the reviews I've seen and from just the general chatter of people, it's apparently awesome. Everyone's loving it. It's getting great reviews, so very, very excited to start that on Monday with Rory. But before we get ahead of ourselves, it's a cozy RPG Saturday. That's right. It is time for more Avowed. Last weekend, we had just gotten to the 3rd major area, which is Shatterscarp, and we had just gotten to the 3rd major town, which is Thirdborn. We literally basically just walked in through the gates. I talked to a couple of people, and then we kind of called it a day there. So today we're going to pick up in this new city. We've got so much to explore. I always love going to new cities because there's so many people to talk to, so many new items to buy, so many, just so much to explore. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Obviously, the story has started to heat up. We finally identified that voice in our head. The voice in our head, as we speculated, indeed belongs to the god of the living lands, who has been imprisoned for quite a long time. Who imprisoned them or why, we're not sure, but they have asked us to release them. I'm not sure if we're going to do that, but I think it's quite clear that the god being imprisoned is somehow connected to the Dream Scourge, which is our main responsibility, is trying to put a stop to that. So regardless, we're going to follow the god's instructions and try to locate a place called the Garden, which is where the god has been imprisoned, and hopefully we can get some more answers about everything. In order to get to the garden, well, we need more information, and that's what's brought us to Thirdborn. We're hoping if we go from here, we can get more information to get to the garden. Of course, things aren't as simple as just us following the trail of the Dream Scourge. There is a lot of other things to factor in, including the current political tension of the Living Lands. Most of the tension is coming from the Steel Garrote, and their leader, Inquisitor Ludwin, is in Thirdborn and wants to speak to us. I can only imagine how that conversation's going to go. I think it's suffice to say we do not agree with the Steel Garrote's vision or methods, and so I have a feeling any confrontation with her is going to turn to violence, which is unfortunate because we kind of maybe have a bit of a crush on Inquisitor Ludwin, but when it all comes down to it, if I have to fight her, I will. But we are going to try to see if we can somehow speak to her and make her see reason. So that's a really, really short summary of where we're at and what we'll be doing today. TS says the jury's still out on whether our god is benevolent or not. Exactly. There's still a lot of unanswered questions about that, and I always get pulled back to the thought of someone imprisoned her, and you don't just imprison people for no reason at all. And some of her comments about the Dream Scourge, she looks at it as, like, beautiful. I have a feeling she might be the source of the Dream Scourge, and therefore, to put an end to it, we're gonna have to put an end to her, but we'll see. We'll see. Bronny says, my choice difference in the first main area has led to another difference in Emerald Stair to how your playthrough has gone so far. Really? Cool. Once we're both done, Bronny, we'll have to, like, compare. I know Euro has recently beaten the game too, so we'll have to sort of compare what choices we made and what effects those choices had, because I'd be really interested to know how and where things sort of diverge. I think that's really cool. Hi, E9, how are you today? Tia says, that's what I'm currently betting on, too. They seem to think of the Scourge as a blessing of sorts. Yeah, exactly. So, anyway, we'll see how it all goes. Our first look into this new town of Thirdborn is really cool. It seems to be, like, very Eastern Asian inspired. The architecture is very Japanese. We've got cherry blossoms. So, regardless, I'm very interested. From what we've heard about this city, the Living Lands are untamed, unruly, wild, lawless place. But it seems that each town that we go to gets, by reputation anyway, more and more lawless. Paradise had, like, some semblance of government and oversight. And then so did Fior, but it was a bit less. And then apparently Thirdborn has, like, very little government or rules. So it seems like the further we get into the Living Lands, the more lawless things become. So apparently Thirdborn is extremely lawless and is full of just, like, ex-criminals, deserters, etc. So, I mean, perhaps that's just an unfair reputation. But either way, I think we're going to have fun exploring this new town. So, without further ado, let's load up Avowed. God knows there might be more shaders to deal with here today. Oops. Chatception. And then we'll launch on in. I've got myself my Tim's tea. It's not a cozy Saturday without Tim's tea, so we're going to get cozy. And we're going to play some RPGs together and chat and hang out and hopefully have a good day. Hi, Kev. How are you today? Happy Saturday. I hope everyone's weekend is going well so far. My weekend's off to a good start. We had a movie night with some of you guys in Discord last night, watching a Studio Ghibli movie. It was my very first watch of Kiki's Delivery Service, so that was fun. And then I slept in. I had such a good sleep. I slept until like 11 a.m. It was so nice. I woke up, had a kind of a slow morning, got myself a Tim's tea, and now here I am with you guys playing RPGs. So far, so good in terms of my weekend, and I hope your weekend's going good so far, too. I just saw Death say, I'm thinking about going to get an Xbox so I can play Avowed. My GPU is a bit shit. The sad part is you can go buy an Xbox for cheaper than it would be for you to buy a new GPU for your computer, which, like, that's ridiculous, right? A whole console versus one part is, but we've actually been talking in Discord about this recently. The GPU market is out of control. The prices are insane, so I totally get it. As much as I hate to recommend you buy a whole console just for one game, honestly, if any game was going to be worth it, in my opinion, it's Avowed. I have been loving this game so much. This game is like, I don't know if it's a 10 out of 10. It's hard for anything to be a perfect game, right? But this is an easy 9 out of 10 in my opinion. I'm loving it, right? So the good thing about getting an Xbox too is Xbox has really started to ramp up their game development. I feel like in the last 5 years, name a first-party Xbox game that has like been a bestseller or been critically acclaimed. I genuinely don't know if I can, but they've really upped their studio acquisitions, and they're really focusing on putting out new games. Just in the last, couple months, they had that new Indiana Jones game, which I didn't personally play. I'm not an Indiana Jones fan, but I've heard that was so good. Now they've got Avowed. Coming up later this year is going to be the Fable reboot, which I am so excited about. So their Xbox is really, I'll give it to Xbox Game Studios. They're really starting to create some good first-party titles again, and it's nice. I personally don't have an Xbox, but there's nothing better in any industry than healthy competition. And most importantly, when that healthy competition means that us gamers get more good games to play. And the best thing about Xbox is everything they release is cross-platform. So it's day one Xbox and day one PC. So for people like me who don't have an Xbox, I can still play everything day one. I just gotta give credit where credit is due. I really like the sort of approach to gaming that Xbox has taken the last couple of years. I feel like they've really turned things around, right? So anyway, that's my little rant. Here we are. Welcome to Thirdborn. As you can see, it is quite the entrance. This is the main gate right here. So you come in. What do you see? That. Talk about an entrance. And then we've got the beautiful cherry blossoms I was talking about here. Whoa! Why do I feel like this is the very first time we've seen the moon? I know that's like kind of weird for me to say, but I think that's the first time we've ever seen the moon. And what is that kidney bean that's following the moon? What the hell is that? Oh, it's the shattered moon. Right. We knew about that. There were 2 moons. And one of them shattered. That's so interesting, but its remains are still in orbit. And it's purple. Yo, that's very cool. That is extremely cool. Yeah, no, you're totally right. People do mention it, because we actually picked up a piece of the shattered moon for a quest. Wow, that's cool. Okay, let's take a quick look at our journal to get ourselves up to speed. So our main quest right now is called A Path to the Garden. During the attack on Fjord, Inquisitor Ludwin stole Yatzli's research on the godless civilization. Yatzli has promised to share what she knows about the garden and Sapadal if you help her beat the Inquisitor to her destination, a godless ruin named Naku Kubel in Shatterscarp. So, we found our way into Thirdborn. We now need to look for Yatzli and speak with her to plan the next leg of the journey to Naku Kubel. So then we've got a couple of other side quests. We met these 2 people outside, Namiho and Tamamu, who returned home to discover that their parents had caught the Dream Scourge. We decided that we would help them out. We actually went to their homestead and trying to think what the best choice of words is here. Put their parents out of their misery, laid them to rest. Regardless, the Dream Thralls have been killed, so we now need to find Namaho and Tamumu here in Thirdborn and deliver the bad news. We're gotta look for pieces of the totem. We still need to travel to the mine encampment, but we won't do that right now. And, yeah, that's it for right now. There's a ton of quests. I looked in the map. There's a ton of quests to pick up here. 1, 2, 3, 4... 5, at least 5 quests to pick up here in Thirdborn, and I just want to explore the city. It looks like Yatzli's on the far side of the city, so we'll just slowly make our way around and check everything out. You purge them in the flame, or something like that. Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's one way to put it.
Oh.
Hello.
Envoy, it's so good to see you alive and well.
Do I know you? I feel like this has happened to us multiple times, that we've met up with people who we met with, like, at the beginning of the game, and they still remember me, but I do not remember them. And they're like, oh my god, hi, so good to see you. And I'm like, yeah, tell me who you are again? No, I actually, now that I think about it, I think I know who these people are. I think these were the two people that we met in the shanty town of Paradise. Yes, TS is thinking the same thing. These are the people we helped escape the Paradise slums, I'm pretty sure. And we were gonna hook them up with some smugglers to take a boat and sail here, but the smugglers, well, let's just say we had a difference of opinion. So they had to sail the boat themselves. Yes, that's who these people are. Okay, it's all coming back to me now. It's good to see you too. How have things been since you got to Thirdborn?
Peaceful. Like when we first made our way to Paradise so many years ago. We've settled in nicely and are starting to feel at home here.
Peaceful's an interesting word to use, love. The dream thralls are exceedingly aggressive out here.
Yes, well, the guards have been handling them just fine. I'll take it for now. How about you, Envoy? How have the living lands been treating you?
What I really love is that they've decided to wear matching outfits. Couple goals, am I right? Let's say it's been challenging at times, but worth every step.
Well, that's what we like to hear. Isn't that right, love?
That it is. We might even have something to help you with your journey. Whoever lived here last must have left this armor behind. As beautiful as it is, Gladwine and I have no need of it. We'd like for you to have it.
Cool, this is very generous, thank you.
No, thank you, Envoy, for everything.
Be safe out there, friend.
So believe it or not, I do actually really like this. Even though I didn't remember who they were at first, I do really like the idea that the people you meet and the choices you make, you can meet them again later and see sort of the results of your actions or your choices. That's pretty cool. So because we helped them back in Paradise, now we get this armor here in Thirdborn. Now, getting the armor did pop up this tooltip. Upgrading uniques across quality tiers. Weapons and armor can be upgraded up to 3 times within their base quality. Wait, I already know this. Why are you giving me this? I already know how to upgrade my shit. That's weird to tell me about 30 hours into the game. Oh, right, yes. So since we last played Avowed, they did come out with a new patch, patch 1.3. One of the biggest things about the patch is that they apparently granted more skill points for balancing reasons. So if we come into here, yes, thank you, Bronny, for reminding me. We now have 4 new skill points. Apparently you get more points now for leveling up to each of these tiers. So they gave you the points that you would have received retroactively, which is really cool. The patch resets some of the tutorial stuff like that. Okay, that makes sense. So we've got 4 new points to spend now, which is awesome because I'm constantly struggling over what I want to get in this category. I don't know what it's like in the ranger or the fighter trees, but in the wizard tree, there's so much stuff that I want. It feels like there's not enough skill points. So thank you, Obsidian, for giving me more skill points. Okay, so one thing I want to do, I definitely want to get rank 4 Grimoire Mastery, which unlocks level 20 Grimoire spells. Then I also want to get Wand Mastery rank 3, which increases our damage with wands by 50%. Now, we've got 2 other points to spend. So these 2, I didn't really... like, maybe, but what are these? Ooh. This allows you to, like, specialize in an element. Secret of Rhyme increases the amount of frost accumulation you deal by 20%. Scion of Flame increases the amount of fire accumulation. Shock accumulation, poison accumulation. Cool. Okay. And then we also have these spells. Freezing Pillar, Black Bow, Pole of Aora. And then I don't have any spells from this tier. I mean, I feel like Missile Salvo is just an upgrade. I know you can't see this spell over here. It's behind my cam, but Minor Missiles was like the very first spell we ever got. And it seems like Missile Salvo is just an upgraded version of that. Minor Missiles cost 25 essence with a 10-second cooldown. It summons 3 magical projectiles that seek out enemies, dealing large amounts of damage. This one, it costs 75 essence, 6-second duration with a 20-second cooldown. So it costs more and has a higher cooldown, but presumably it does more magic, or more damage, sorry. Conjures a sphere of arcane energy that rises upwards, unleashing a destructive volley of missiles that seeks nearby enemies. Yeah, okay. Okay, no, Bronny says Missile Salvo, you cast it in an area and it blasts from there. So it's sort of, but not really an upgrade to the one you said. Okay. Okay, so this one, the Minor Missiles is like homing missiles versus Missile Salvo is more of an AoE type thing. Okay, I understand. So I was going to say maybe we'd pick up Missile Salvo instead of Minor Missiles. I mean, we can still do that, I suppose. I believe each of them would have their merits. It's kind of like a turret of sorts, right? What spells do we have on our hotbar right now? With my book? Right. So we've got level 2 of Fire, Electric, and Frost. And then with my book, we've got level 3 of those. So I don't need to purchase the level 3 spells right now. I think I'm going to go for Missile Salvo. What was the blood magic on the far left? When essence is depleted, you may continue casting by reducing your health by 150% of the essence cost. So you sacrifice your health to cast more spells, which I'm sure might be useful, but I feel like I might end up killing myself if I use it. So I'm gonna hold off on blood magic. I mean, Harvest Essence could be cool. The essence fragments dropped by defeated enemies restore 2 times as much essence. Yeah, Bronny says the collect more essence from beaten foes is handy if you don't want to keep necking potions mid-fight. Okay, well, what if we do this? What if we do Harvest Essence? And then we do Missile Salvo. And for now, what I'll do is I'll equip Missile Salvo basically in place of Minor Missiles and just see what we think. Alright. Cool. 4 skill points spent. Now, let's continue looking around here. This guy over here has got a big hat and a quest. Hello.
Godlike. Winds above. You're really here. I knew I had to find you as soon as I heard you were in Thirdborn.
Chico? When did you get so tall? I almost didn't recognize you.
Kai! You're here too? Now I know Thirdborn is in good hands. We've got to do something about the Dream Scourge. It's worse every day. One of our neighbors wasn't himself, and we can't afford to lose anyone. We need people who will fight back. People like Kai, and my uncle Capo.
Me? You don't know what you're saying. Believe me. But Capo, he's the real deal. That old salt's a monster slayer.
That Leviathan hanging over the market? That was his work.
Oh, damn. Okay. That thing is huge. No wonder you're proud. You're related to the best hunter in town.
Exactly. Uncle Capo's the greatest warrior Thirdborn's ever seen. But, well, Thirdborn hasn't seen the Capo I know in a long time. I've tried everything to convince him to get out of the house. He may be old now, but we can still use his experience. If Thirdborn could see him up on those walls, they'd all follow him. I hate to impose, but would you pay him a visit? He lives on the northeast side of town. He's tired of hearing from me. Maybe one hero to another, you know?
Poor Capo probably has PTSD from killing that Leviathan. Just as I hope there's no fisherman's lie involved. Well, yeah, at this point, I'm willing to give Capo the benefit of the doubt, simply because we have killed some crazy things that people probably wouldn't believe. Is there a strong possibility Capo either didn't bring this thing down or didn't do it by himself? Yes, very much so. But for now, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt until we get to speak to him. Kai, I don't want to say he's from Thirdborn, but he actually spent a lot of time in Thirdborn. I think he lived here for a number of years before he up and left to Paradise. We don't know the full story behind that, but we spoke to some people before who didn't give him the warmest welcome. So we don't know exactly what happened between Kai and this city, but regardless, he knows a lot of people here because he did used to live here a number of years ago. There's also a lot of people like him here in Thirdborn, Rawatayans, who are these cool, I don't even know how to describe them, lizardy people? I'm not sure. They've got cool skin patterns. Some are blue, some are more of like a red and orange. But it seems that they are the majority race here in this town as well. Bronny says, I feel like he got kicked out of Thirdborn. I mean, maybe. I'm sure we'll find out sooner rather than later. But first, let's go speak to Uncle, shall we? Uncle Capo lives just right here. He's got a beautiful cherry blossom tree in his yard. And, oh.
If you need something, get over here and talk to me.
Capo, I can't even see you. It's so freaking dark in here. Hi.
Well, let me guess. My Nikai sent you. That kid's been muttering about sending some new hero by.
Old man Capo. Glad to see you're still kicking around.
Kai, what rock have you been hiding under? Those scales are looking rougher since I last saw you.
Your eyesight finally going? But we didn't come here to talk about my handsome mug. That Nikai of yours still getting underfoot, I take it?
Like a cannonball on a rolling deck, that kid.
I think they're part fish, part lizard. Yeah, they're kind of like that, and they're known from being from an island nation. Basically, they're experts on the water. They're expert sailors. The Rautayans have a large naval force, so probably leaning more fish than lizard, I guess. But yeah, they definitely have scales. It's so dark in here. No, don't cast fireball just for lighting. Damn it, Bronny, you read my mind. That's exactly what I was gonna do. So you're Chico's uncle. They asked us to drop by.
Damn child won't stop hovering over me.
Oh, that's a good point. Bronny says they've got teeth.
So-called
I don't know.
heroes over to cheer me up. There's not much point these days. Back when Thirdborn was no more than a husk on the cliffside, we had real heroes. I've slain 1,000 Zorps, wrestled rock beetles, even slew the Leviathan.
Chico mentioned that, so one hero to another. How'd you do it?
Let me tell you. I had but a few harpoons and a single boat that morning. It had taken days to track the creature. My food and water were running out. When I found it, the beast heaved itself up from the water and crashed down onto me. And there, I thrust a harpoon deep into its belly and killed it. Oh, it took days to tow its body back on the flotsam of my boat.
Not that anyone asked, but it sounds to me like the fish killed itself.
Those days are long past. I'm a sick old man now. Not much I can do in Thirdborn anymore. Still, maybe Chico was onto something when they sent you. You're the one who cleared the dream thralls at the gates, aren't you? Good to know someone is looking out for Thirdborn at least. I tell you what. This old man would like to ask a boon of you. One hero to another. I promise it'll be worth your while. I want to see my heart one last time. Will you get it for me?
I'm sorry, you're what?
A Leviathan heart is a rare thing. When left out in the air, it becomes as hard as Adra, and 100 times as valuable. And I had the only one in the living lands. I couldn't just leave it on my kitchen table now, could I? No, I kept it safe, hidden up in the godless ruin along the coast. But now, I'm dying. I can feel it in my bones. I don't have long, and I'd like to see my treasure one more time. Get it for me, and I'll see you get a reward. Beyond that, Well, I left that old ruin with a few tricks for would-be thieves. Step carefully.
Still all brine. Wouldn't have him any other way.
Good luck, godlike.
Bronny says, valuable, you say? Loot Goblin intensifies. I mean, if I'm gonna go get your Leviathan heart back, I'm gonna take your cookies as an upfront payment, you could say. I'm not sure why he thought hiding the heart in Godless Ruins was a good idea. Why not just, like, buy a safe? Like, anyway, okay, I guess that's what we're doing. While we're here, I also want to check out his house. Looks like he's a bit of an engineer in training here. We can read his journal. Another dream. The damn things are getting worse. Oh no, he's got the dream scourge. In this one, the sands of Shatterscarp rose up and swallowed Thirdborn whole, just like the waves on the cliffside. The entire town wiped out in one moment, and suddenly I was relieved that it was gone, that nothing remained. Last night's stream was nothing like the others. There was a garden full of vines and plants, all moving and slithering like a ship's lines in the wind. They wound up ancient ruins like the ones I set my traps in. The vines, they beckoned to me, and I wanted to go. I wanted to see that garden. Gods, this is getting bad. I drank enough to kill a whale last night, but still can't get any sleep. No matter what I do, the dreams are there. Is this Wodika's punishment for what I've done? Sending me dreams of hissing winds and living storms? Gods, I just want some peace. So I guess that's what this little workbench is. This is where he tinkers on all of his traps that he has set. Makes sense, I guess. This one actually looks interesting. So, we've talked about it before, how much I appreciate the fantasy world that Obsidian has created here in Avowed and in their Pillars of Eternity games. You know, it's hard to create an entire universe from scratch and make it not only feel fresh, but also make it appealing, and I feel like they've done a really good job here. Just from some of the different races we've encountered, like the Rauataians, that they feel really unique and cool. And one thing that I find very interesting is the presence of all the gods in the universe. So I still don't know for certain how many gods there is. I don't know if someone wants to Google that for me. But there's a number of gods, and they are present. They don't often interact with the world of mortals, but they did, and sometimes they still do. So learning about all the gods is something that I find very interesting. And sometimes you pick up some of these books, like this one here, The Enigmatic God of Cold. And I just find taking the time to read through these kind of things and learn some more lore about the universe to be super valuable. So sit back, relax, and let's have a little story time, shall we? Young students are often confused by Bareth and Rimmergand's seemingly overlapping roles in holding dominion over death. Bareth oversees the cycle of life, death, and rebirth. Rimmergand oversees the cold, destructive act of death itself. This difference is often difficult for novices to appreciate until they've lost a loved one and endured the absence for a time. It is Bareth that determines we will be reborn just as certainly as we will die, but Rimmergand is the executioner's axe. Rimmergand shows us that all life ends in stillness. I need only show them the symbol of Rimmergand, the bone-white oryx skull found carved within the most ancient of Ingwathan ruins. It is a symbol of death and doom in every culture. Any child with 4 winters under his belt needs no introduction to the ancient symbol. Rimmergand embodies not just death, but all manifestations of collapse, be they famine, plague, or simple bad luck. Rimmergand is a primal god, silent and inscrutable as death itself. He makes himself known with his passing, not by proclamation. There are innumerable stories of the god's terrifying passage through the lands of Aora. When the beast of winter stirs, bitter winds and beastly howling follow the creature's every move. Wherever the beast plants a hoof, all life withers into dust. The faithful of Rimmergand insist that even another god's life can end in stillness. They claim the other gods must flee from the beast of winter's mastery over death, but we know not if this boast holds true. Though the beast of winter is shrouded in snowy clouds, those who have seen the shaggy white monster claim that the souls of the fallen can be seen clinging or perhaps frozen to the beast's fur. The dwarves of the boreal south have numerous stories that tell a similar plot. A brash hero seeks out the beast of winter to rescue the souls trapped in its fur. These tales never end well, for even if the hero saves his beloved soul, the hero dies in the process, for it is not a proper tale of Rimmergand unless the hero's life ends in stillness. So that's super interesting. The god of death, or the Grim Reaper in this world, is actually like a big bear. Which I kind of like it. The god of cold. Very interesting. Hi, Hero. How are you? Happy Saturday. Welcome to Avowed. We're here in Thirdborn, taking our time to explore this new city. Picking up quests and reading about gods and all that good stuff. Is that why we keep seeing so many bears? Ooh, maybe. What's this about? Keep out. This means you. To stem the tide of the Dream Scourge, this house is now off limits. Forced entry will earn you a swift toss over the town walls. Oh, look, you can see inside. This whole house is under quarantine. I guess someone in here got the Dream Scourge. Well, that's unfortunate. You see the little arrow, though? Oh, I'm so tempted to go inside, but I don't think we can. Maybe we can get up on the roof at some point. So you're not finding bears everywhere, you're actually being hunted by death. When you put it like that, things really change, don't they? What have we here? This looks like a nice house. Can't go inside though, but there is loot in the corner. Euro, I know you told me that you finished Avowed. I was saying to Bronny earlier, because he's playing through it as well, once we're all done our playthroughs, I'd really like to sort of,
Come say hello.
Oh! Okay, 1 second. I'll talk to you. Once we're done our playthroughs, I really wanted to sort of compare our notes on what decisions we made and what impact that had on the game. Because Bronny was saying earlier, he's already noticed some differences in his playthrough compared to mine based on some choices that he made. So I'd be interested to know sort of where things vary. Now, as I was saying that, look who it is! Quilichi, you made it! So after Fjord got burned down, we told all the Animancers and other refugees from Fjord that they should come here to Thirdborn, and it appears they've made it, and Quilichi made it with his wagon full of animancy equipment, apparently. Quilichi is basically like Giata's uncle, or her second father at the very least, so I'm sure she's going to be very excited to see him.
Oh, hello there. I thought our paths might cross again.
Quilichi, there you are.
Ah, my dear Giata. I never thought I'd see us both exiled from Fior Messiverno. Yet here we are. As you can see, the good people of Thirdborn have welcomed us with open arms.
Good.
Remarkable under the circumstances. The Dream Scourge has struck this place with violence, bloodshed, death.
Sounds good. I was curious what sort of different endings there would be, too. Yeah, for sure. We'll have to see if we get different endings and, yeah, compare notes. Hey, MK! GS says, I've acquired hot wings and sauce to make them hotter. Things I cannot relate to. That sounds like torture to me. But I hope you enjoy them. Have the Steel Garrote given you any trouble here?
No. I think they made their point already.
Fair enough.
Now that we're under Thirdborn's protection, my Animancers can get back to work. We've made a few improvements to the local fishing gear, tinkered on harpoons and the like. You might not believe it, but some of our farming equipment is back to working order.
I didn't know Shatterscarp's soil was rich in the necessary nutrients. It's like a desert out there.
Ah, that is where the challenge lies, does it not? We have many Animancers working on the problem. Though it is difficult to farm when one is under attack, eh? The sheer numbers of infected makes our work perilous.
Do you need any help?
We have everything under control, and your work is too important to squander on agriculture. One more thing before we're parted again. We've made a tidy profit of our
Thank
labor,
you.
and the others gathered a little something for you. Don't spend it all at once.
Are you sure you don't need this for the resettlement?
Thank you, but I know how to handle my coin. I left the Republic a wealthy man.
You never told me that.
My dear, how do you think we built Fior Messiverno? The fortune is gone, and I don't miss it. Go on, then. Surely you have better places to be. No doubt the Adiran envoy has a message to deliver, or a foreboding parcel of some kind.
Foreboding Parcel is my middle name.
Well, and to think I've been worried sick.
Yeah, it's good to see him settled in here in Thirdborn, and good to know that him and the other refugees had no trouble coming here. So I'm glad. Seems like my suggestion did work out in the end. As we were talking about last weekend, it's been interesting to see how it appears the Dream Scourge is affecting different regions in different ways. Like the first region, it was mostly the wildlife that had been affected. And then now in the second region, it was mostly the agriculture or the land itself that had been affected. And now in this region, it's the people. So that's been kind of interesting. Now, I'm seeing a lot of these arrows. Look at this. Arrow. Arrow, arrow. They're trying to point me somewhere. Hang on. Arrow. I thought they were trying to point me there, but... Arrow. Arrow. Oh, they're pointing... Yeah, no. They're pointing me somewhere. Arrow, arrow. Chickens. Arrow. Arrow. No one's using this gun. I'm gonna take that. Oh, arrow. Here we go. Arrow. Looks like even though they live in a desert, they don't have too much trouble with water, which is nice. Arrow. Arrow. Aha! Where are these arrows leading me? I don't know what that says, but that is a bodacious mouse. Holy mo- Who gave that mouse such a badongadonk? They're coastal. I'd be worried if they did have a problem with water. Well, I mean like fresh, clean water. Presumably the water in the fountain is not salt water, so... Aha! The hell is this? Northwest, out of town, past the dry lake bed. Follow the arrows and find us under the X. Supplies are limited. Well, now I'm interested. Guess where we're going. Northwest, out of town. Whoa! Following the arrows really did pay off. Okay. We'll come back to Thirdborn in a second.
How do you feel about poetry?
Poetry? Why the hell are you asking me about poetry?
Do you like it? Oh, come on, you can tell me. Say a few lines of poetry.
Wait.
I'm gonna let them talk about poetry. So northwest, under the dried lake bed? Oh, okay, that's ancient lake bed. I know exactly what they're talking about. Oh yeah, look, arrows!
No, I don't.
Whoa, I didn't notice these before, because I guess we weren't walking in this direction. Arrow. This feels like an elaborate trap. It very well could be. But as is usual for me, I let my curiosity be my guide. Okay, I don't see any other arrow. I see this dead person. Ancient lake bed. Oh, wait, there's another one. Yeah, here we go. I don't see any more arrows. We're hiding. Follow the massive arrows painted all around the dried lake bed. Okay, where was the last arrow? This way. So, I'm gonna take that to mean we'll go up this way. Oh yeah, here's another one right here. Okay. Deadfall Highlands. Oh. Zoribs.
Subtle as a mouse.
Don't want to get on their bad side if we don't
I
have
used
to.
to love stargazing up here. Camp on one of these buttes, and you've got a defensible position.
Are the arrows leading me right to the Zorib camp? Yeah, it looks like it. No, they're not. They're not. They're leading me this way. Oh wait, before we go though, there's some sort of quest over here.
This is bad. This is so bad. What'll I tell everyone back home?
Hi, what the hell are you doing out here? Are you following the arrows too?
Oh, praise Andra. Help it last. My squad and I rested in the cave by the water last night, and as we were sleeping, we were ambushed by those miserable Zoribs. I was so surprised, and it was so dark. I just got separated from everyone else. Look, I can't.
The way the sun is hitting his scales is making his face look really weird.
So, can you just go in and see what happened to everyone? Please?
You made camp in a cave infested with Zoribs on purpose?
Well, yes, of course. We decided to take care of the Zoribs, you see.
Right, so why would you
heard
camp
about
in their
Theo, right?
cave?
But what's to stop the Steel Garrote from doing the same here? We have to be prepared to protect ourselves, just in case. Plus, Captain Ruiki's great-grandmother was a general, so we even had a real leader among us.
Okay, so the TLDR is these guys are just idiots who had good intentions. Were none of you properly trained?
We'd run loads of drills and practiced plenty of times with training dummies. We were more than ready. And again, Captain Ruiki's kin to a general. She knows what soldiering looks like.
Idiots with good
I knew
intentions.
Ruiki. She built houses. Only living thing I ever saw her strike was her own thumb.
The Zoribs have been getting closer to town recently. We just wanted to nip this problem in the bud. So can you just go in the cave and check on everyone? Please?
I mean, at the same time, this is a little bit suspicious. Why would they camp in the cave, and why won't he go in there? Maybe he's just a coward. I don't know. Fine, I'll help.
Oh, thank you. Please help them however you can. And if they're dead, well, we made badges together before we came out here, and everyone should still have theirs. Find those, and you'll find the squad. Be sure to come back as soon as you learn anything.
Okay. Well, we'll do that in a minute. For now, I don't want to lose track of the arrows we've been following, so... They've waited this long, they can wait a little bit longer. Let's keep following these arrows. Oh, we've got another person out here. Wow.
A fellow traveler.
Hi, there are way more people out here in the middle of nowhere than I ever would have expected.
Nothing to peddle here. Sorry, got to be on my way.
Where are you going? No, what's a merchant doing in a place like this?
Former merchant. Even I know my limits. Thirdborn has the Dream Scourge. Ugh, terrible. I'm leaving, and you should too. I tried to tell them my vapors would protect their minds from the change.
Oh, he's a snake oil merchant. Got it. Got it. What do you think, Giada? Can you cure a Dream Scourge with vapors?
Does your soul reside in your nose? No? Then you have your answer. This so-called merchant is a fraud.
Nonsense! My grandfather sailed the high seas for 30 years, and he saw ancient remedies that far surpass our modern ones. But it's no use. Thirdborn's past saving. Now, if you don't mind, I should really be going.
Hold on. You're running from something, aren't you?
The better question is why you're not running from a soul plague. And I'm far too pressed for time to ask it. Fair winds, traveler. Ingrates.
Okay, Kozai. Tia says, wait, wasn't that the X they mentioned on the flag up on the cliff? Oh, that makes sense. Yes. Okay, so the arrows must just be bringing me up and around to get up there. Good eye. Okay. So if that's the case, then presumably the arrows are going to lead me... I was going to say that way, but maybe not? Okay, well, first, what is this? Curiosity gets the better of me again. Oh, someone else!
You there. Got some interesting wares if you've got coins.
So many people out here in the middle of this unforgiving desert.
Good. Looks like you're still in one piece. What can Ihaka get for you?
You're worried about me being in one piece?
Come on! How many things have tried to kill you today? The dream thralls will eat you for lunch if the spiders don't get to you first. Me? I do fine. I know how to move without being seen.
Welcome to the cave
But
mart.
other travelers aren't that lucky. So, share the wealth. That's what they say.
Have you ever thought about setting up shop in a, I don't know, safer place?
Sure I have. But I like it out here. It's quiet. No prying eyes to bother me.
To each their own, I suppose. Alright, let's see what you're selling. And, I can also sell some things. Oh, damn. She's selling some good shit. Oh, she's got a treasure map. Robe of the Arcane Cheater. Yes. And here I thought I was being clever, cheating on my exams at Broggenheil by crafting a helpful robe. Then I got caught. That ugly bundle of rags cost me my education and my future as a scholar. It wasn't worth it in the end. From now on, I'll educate myself. Tough it out on my own as a wizard of the wild. Help yourself to the robe. I won't be needing it. This sounds like it could be something that's very useful for us in particular. Okay. Everyone, take a mental screenshot of this image. There's a small puddle of water, some weird growths on the side, a tiny oasis, if you will. That's where the treasure is. Wow, making a robe to cheat. That's some effort to trying a shortcut. Yeah, if anything, she should have been rewarded for the ingenuity. That's rather impressive. Alright, we'll buy that. We'll buy her lockpicks and potions. And then I literally can't afford anything else that she's selling, because, girlie's selling some good stuff. Alright, cool. I'm glad we got that treasure map. I like how these potatoes are apparently up for grabs. Sure, don't mind if I do. I'll take your potatoes, I'll take your cheese, I'll take your grog. And, best of luck out here. Now, back on our treasure hunt. Arrows. I think TS is right, and the big X is where we're trying to get to. So if that's the case, we need elevation.
That's what'll happen to everyone in Thirdborn if we don't stop this.
Let's try out my new spell, shall we? Nice. It's hitting the ones down below. Oh, they're attacking someone down there. Oh no, they're dream thralls. It's a war between Zorips and dream thralls that I have just interrupted, apparently. Ah, but you forget about the second-year lab course project, how to make a robe to cheat a little, so it's not that impressive overall. Oh yeah, this is an eclectic mix of enemies. We've got Dream Thrall soldiers and Zorips. Oh, Jesus! That thing got way too close to me. I did not like that. Alright. You're dead.
That's one for us.
One for us, indeed. Loot. All the bodies. Now, what do we have up here? A little cave? Loot. I'm so glad I saw this wand on the last stream. I went and obtained it. It's the best weapon I found by far. Yeah, I am loving it so far. Also, that's a hand. There was a lot of good shit in here, but this is a creepy ritual site. Okay, let's keep moving. Alrighty then. Unfortunately, I don't think this is taking me the way I wanted to go, but whoa, those must be the godless ruins that we've heard so much about in this area. That's pretty cool. Alright, we gotta get back on track here. I agree with TS that the big X back here is, I assume, where we're meant to go. However, I was hoping the arrows would continue pointing us in the right direction so we could actually get up there, you know? Let's just take another look again at the last arrow that we saw. It was right here. I mean, you can see there, that's very obviously something we're supposed to jump over, but the question is, how do we get up there? Is there any way through over here? No, I don't think so. I think this is just a bunch of Zoribs. Well, maybe. It's hard to say. You can see this arrow is kind of like pointed upwards, so maybe it is indicating that I need to get up here. Again, the question is how? Oh, here we go, here we go. Here's another arrow. Okay, this is good. Yeah, here we go. The arrows, yes. The arrows are pointing the way. Perfect. Hey Bill, how are you? Happy Saturday. We got spiders.
One for you.
Let's be.
This is my new ability, by the way. It sets up this magical turret here, and if anyone comes into range,
Your turn,
it shoots off. Which, honestly, it looked like it did a lot of damage. That was good. There we go.
That's done.
You're doing better than recently? Hey, we'll take improvement wherever we can get it, right? I'm doing good. My weekend's going well so far. Happy to be here with you guys playing some more Avowed, a game which I've been absolutely loving as of late and been having so much fun sharing with you guys. Okay, there's a lot of spiders over here and a lot of webs. Let's make sure we're going the right way. Do they want me to go that way or do they want me to go this way? I haven't seen any more arrows. Let's see. Oh, this looks like a dead end, but I see treasure, so we want to go this way. Someone didn't make it out of here, but we will, because we've got hops. There we go. Nice, okay. So unfortunately, that leads me to believe that we do in fact have to go through the spider-infested area. So let's eat some snacks before we go. Desert Spider Town ahoy! Yay. Luckily, the spiders aren't super strong. That's the only benefit, is that they usually die after a couple hits, so... There's got to be some positive to having to deal with giant spiders, right? But there's another arrow, so we are on the right track. Which is good. Go that way after. Don't want to get too off track now that we've identified the arrow. Oh yeah, I like this new spell that we picked up. That's really good. Look at that. That took out a bunch of spiders. On the bright side, believe it or not, like, okay, don't get me wrong, I still hate these spiders and I wish we weren't fighting him. But as far as spiders go, the fact that these are like blue and purple and like kind of pretty colored, they don't look particularly hairy, they've got crystals, they're not your typical spider, actually makes them a lot better. Like, I would fight this version of spider over some of the other versions of spiders that we've fought all day. I appreciate that these are more of a pretty magical spider. It makes them personally less disgusting. Like, you know? We could just call them sand crabs. I like that. Let's do that. Because that takes the fear out of them completely. Alright, we've made it up to this X. X marks the spot. And then what do we have here? Aiko's campsite. Oh, dang! There's a whole bunch of people up here. Hello!
Look, unless you know where the whetstone for my scalpel is, can you go away?
I guess she's doing...
specimen, and I've been looking forward to this all day.
I guess she's doing experiments on this guy? Look at... Why are there two knives in his head? Okay, Hi?
Make yourself comfortable. When you're ready, we can get down to business.
Wow. This is quite the setup you guys have here. Right above the Zorip camp. All you've had to do is clear out the spiders.
Here in Nui will never find us here.
Boom. Okay, we'll go that way in a second. Speaking of pretty, I saw a very, very pretty cat outside today. Aww! We love a pretty kitty. Okay, Aiko, hi. You're... Oh, is that vomit? Okay, I followed the X's and the arrows, which I assume you had something to do with?
Greetings and salutations, traveler. Welcome to our shop. Still a work in progress, of course. But once you stop being blurry, we can get to business.
Are you okay? You look a little under the weather, and there was a large pile of vomit mixed with blood next to you.
Oh, I'm fine. It was just a little giant spider. It barely came up to my chest. It probably wasn't even venomous. The bite's not even that itchy.
Uh-huh. If one of those spiders below bit you, you do realize their venom needs only a nominal amount to kill, right?
I'm not quite sure what you're talking about, but Kauka can take a look at me once our business is concluded.
Unfortunately, I'm much better with things that aren't so alive. We can talk after you die, though.
I'm sure I'll be fine. Really, it sounds like you worry too much.
Uh-huh. Well, I happened to find some graffiti in Thirdborn.
You just happened to find our secret hidden sign? Tell me, did my brother send you?
For an honest merchant with nothing to hide, you ask a lot of questions.
Can I ask just what he expected? Did he think sending a messenger would make me forget what an ass he is?
I don't know who your brother is, so how could he have sent me?
Daiko, the merchant in Thirdborn, he was the one who sent you, wasn't he?
They share a family resemblance, as well as an attitude problem.
Yeah, did I not say that already? Honestly, ever since I got bitten, I've been struggling to remember things. I'm sure those two things aren't related, though.
Could this guy be any more dense? So I guess if I had went around and picked up all of the quests in Thirdborn, one of the quests would have been from his brother to follow the arrows. So kind of funny that we got here without ever picking up that quest. Look, I was just looking for some fun with something illicit, so can't we just focus on our transaction?
You're the one who made things complicated. It's just like Daiko. Now that I've done all the legwork, he just wants to swoop in and take half of everything. He's always been like this ever since we were children. Clearly, I'm the more industrious brother.
So wait, Daiko is your brother?
Couldn't you tell? I know we don't look alike, but...
You're the same. I don't know if it's due to your birth or your soul, but it's obvious to anyone with eyes.
I thought that since Daiko and I were twins, we'd be similar enough for us to not fight. Guess I was wrong.
Business partners should be chosen based on profit, not blood. Family members don't always work well together. Honestly, I feel like more times than not, they don't work well together.
Now you tell me. You know what? It doesn't matter. As long as I get paid. Preferably more than Daiko. Here's the package you wanted. That'll... Whoa. Couldn't feel my head for a moment. Oh, that'll cost you, of course.
Are you sure you're okay?
I'm fine. Just a little woozy. It'll pass.
This man is dying in front of our eyes. Listen, what am I paying for? Your brother didn't send me here. I just followed the arrows.
Aiko, did you forget the pitch again?
No, of course
See you, Bill.
not.
Good night.
Our lovely customer just loved it so much, she wants to hear it again. Our wares are locally sourced and only harvested from those who have been humanely put down.
He means we find dream thralls who are already dead.
Only because we're too scared to kill them ourselves.
Oh.
My friend,
hang on.
Our client must be bored by such details.
They're harvesting dead bodies?
Into a little ball and forget the last 5 minutes.
Aiko, out of all the schemes you've cooked up, this is by far the dumbest.
Just inhale the substance sharply through your nose and it's perfectly safe. Probably. Shortly after, you should see visions beyond your wildest dreams.
Sea blossoms, fields of stars. What does he know of how we dream?
Now, about payment.
Wait a minute. So they are harvesting the mushrooms off the dead bodies of the dream thralls, which apparently act as some sort of hallucinogen, a drug, if you will. They're literally drug dealers, but harvesting their drugs from dead bodies. That's, fucked up. DS says the longer we talk, the less likely he's to make it through the conversation. Ergo, we don't have to pay. Plus, I don't even want these drugs. You just gave them to me. You didn't even ask if I wanted them. I don't got the money to pay you, bud.
Will you really not pay me?
The first one's always free. Or so I have heard.
Gianna knows how the drug trade works.
The last time you got an enterprising streak, you were trying to pass off rotten eggs as Greengill shark rope.
Oh, I get it. A free sample. And then you'll tell your friends, right? In that case, I thank you.
Uh-huh.
Just when I was worried Thirdborn had changed beyond recognition.
Oh, and be careful. It's supposed to be an especially potent batch. Tell your friends, the friends not right here with you, I mean. And not the Tiranui either.
Lie. You got it.
Actually, before you go, am I the only one who just lost their vision? Oh, I don't feel so good.
Is he gonna... Oh, yeah.
Aiko dead? I told him that spider bite wasn't supposed to be the size of a melon. Didn't I, Shizu?
Yes, Kauka, you did several times.
Several times? Now I'll have to find someone else to let me dissect bodies we find. Ugh, that'll take forever.
Well, now I'm certainly glad we didn't pay him. Although I guess if we did, I could have just taken the money back out of his pockets. But okay, turns out all those X's and all this roundabout stuff was a way to come and do a drug deal with these people who are harvesting drugs from the bodies of the poor dead dream thralls. Are all the fuzzy folk this peppy? I feel like all the fuzzy folk we've met have been extremely peppy, and that's why I like them, so... Must be a racial characteristic. Now, we've got a box full of drugs. I don't know what the fuck what I'm gonna do with them. Suspicious package. A package you received from a group of suspicious kith led by Daiko on the plateau in the Deadfall Highlands. The package seems to have been hastily wrapped, but its contents remain concealed. Literally, what am I gonna do with this? I guess we can go give it to his brother? You have a suspicious package and just need somewhere to sell it. Thirdborn would be a good place to start. Oh, I can become a drug dealer now. Cool. All right. Money's money, I guess.
You know, the responsible thing would be to try a sample. To make sure it's safe, of course.
Kai! Absolutely not. We do not know what the side effects are. I am not sniffing mushrooms that were grown on the body of a dead guy who had the dream skirt. I'm sorry. Not for me.
A breeze. The mind proceeds with unclouded eyes and sees the truth.
Is Sapadal trying to tell me to get high?
You've already got a god in your head. No drugs are gonna top that anyway.
Yeah, don't do drugs, kids. Okay. I'm now a drug mule, I suppose. And we're gonna go see if anyone wants to buy these here drugs. Before we go back, I suppose we'll do that other quest that we picked up and find that guy's 4 fallen comrades. Euro says, I tried the dream drugs. Oh my god, please tell us everything. What happened? That's funny. I can't believe you said yes to drugs, Euro.
Couldn't have done it better.
Whoa, what the hell hit me? Oh, jeez! Where the hell did you come from? Literally nothing. They don't work. Oh, no way! Not only are they selling drugs which are obtained from a very dubious method, they actually don't even work. Oh, wow. That's funny. Well, at least that means I should have absolutely no moral qualms about selling these drugs, because they're fake, so... Let's make some money, folks. They're selling oregano and passing it off as weed? Classic. Oh my goodness. Wow, that's very funny. Alright, well, we got rid of this little Zorup camp. And now, speaking of Zorup camps, let's go see if we can find this guy's friends who are over there. Oh, wait a minute. This is another little oasis-y area. So we should keep an eye out for anything that looks like the treasure map. I don't know if it's here, but, you know, worth keeping an eye out. Okay, there are a ton of Zorups here. Like, literally so many.
They never saw you coming.
Ah! I thought I got away with it. I didn't. I love snapping my book shut like that and killing people. It feels like such a dramatic way to kill someone. To dramatically slam your book shut, you know? Holy crap, there are so many of them. Kill him with sass. Exactly. That's what it feels like I'm doing when I snap my book shut like that. Alright. Is that all of them? No! Oh my god! Now there's spiders! Well, that's disgusting. No one asked for that. And none of them are close enough to be affected by my turret.
Let me catch my breath.
Whew. Dang. Good one indeed. That was a big fight. Alright, let's get all of our well-earned loot. It looks like your tale has reached its end, slams book shut. Yes! Oh my god, yes, that is the signature catchphrase. That is so anime. Can you imagine my characters wearing glasses? They get that shine and they like adjust them and then slam the book shut and everything dies around them. It's the most anime thing I've ever heard. Alright, now, to find all the missing companions. Oh wow, this must have been like territorial Zorip homeland. They've got statues and everything. Now I feel extra bad for all the murder. Okay, looks like we have to go up above? Sounds like Death Note, but with extra drama. Yes, exactly. Exactly, that's what I was thinking too. As if Death Note could get more dramatic, right? I eat a potato chip. There are so many Zorips here. I can't believe these idiots thought that they could get rid of them all on their own. Oh, kids. Okay, there's one. There's the captain.
That fire's been out a while. I don't think anyone's coming back.
Here's the captain's journal. While most of the entries are covered in blood, one is still legible. I sent Private Naoki to find the source of the tracks that keep appearing all around us. The fool couldn't find anything. He even tried to tell me there were no tracks. I put him on night watch to punish his insubordination. Hopefully the evening air will clear his head and remind him this isn't a holiday where he can just lounge around. You've never actually seen Death Note? I would 10 out of 10 would recommend. I think it's my favorite anime of all time, and I'll be the first to admit I haven't seen a lot of anime, but I really, really enjoyed Death Note. It's really well done. It's not drawn out. It's the perfect length. It's got a bit of like a psychological thriller aspect to it. It's really good. It's worth watching in my opinion. Hey, kittens! How are you? Thank you so much for that raid. Hello, I feel like it's been a while.
So they were being followed or hunted.
Hope you're doing good. Welcome on in. Everyone go follow my friend. Can't Stop the Kittens. Meowdy howdy, you were just retroing. I love it. It's a good way to spend a Saturday. Welcome to Avowed. This is, I guess, the opposite of retroing, as this is a brand new game that just came out. That's the great thing about games, right? New or old, you can find fun in all sorts of different mediums. Either way, I hope your day was fantastic. You're lurking and running? Absolutely, no worries. Thank you so much for the raid. Lurk away and enjoy your walk. Now, we found one of their party. Oh, we found two of their party. This is Manu.
That looks like a piece of the thing you were fiddling with.
And not only did we find Manu, we also found a totem piece. So that's good. Whoa, look at this place. Man, shout out to the Zorips. They've got a sick setup here. I can see why they're ready to fight for this place till their last breath, because this is a beautiful home they have. And it's perhaps an ancestral home from what we saw of the statues outside. All of that to say, I feel really bad that we're coming in here and killing them in their own home, but we've been quested to do so, so I suppose we have no other choice, right? The quest giver says jump, and I say how high. Ow! Knocked me right off. Okay,
Try a better weapon.
There's another dead body right here. There's only one more guy to find. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Enemy at your back.
Hmm? Yep, you can flick
Watch your back.
on the other side. Up.
You won't get
Down is the low setting, up is the high setting. Tilt it upward. Thank you. Yep. Everyone says hi, Elena. She's too good to me. She reheated my tea and turned up my fan. Bye. Oh, hi! Miss Muffin's here too! Oh my goodness, I'm getting so many visitors. MK says, damn, I bet she even cuts your bagels for you. I did not.
Well, go on.
Alana wants me to tell you what she did with my bagel this morning. So I personally am a person who just likes butter on my bagel. I'm not a cream cheeser. But when we ordered our tins this morning, unfortunately, both of our bagels came with cream cheese. So I was like, oh, well, I guess I'm not having a bagel today. But then Alana, in all of her ingenuity, scraped the cream cheese off the bagel, re-toasted it, and buttered it for me. So you could say she's winning. She's winning at this whole fiancé thing. She's doing all right. Yes, it's in the employment contract. She has to legally cut all of my bagels.
To be fair, when I worked all night last night, she did have supper ready for me when I got home. So.
I'm not so bad. I hope. No, where's Miss Muffin? Hi, Miss Muffin! Explore this pool before we head out. I bet those tendies were the perfect golden brown. What can I say? I'm real good at crisping up tendies. We all have our niches, alright? And I know what mine is. It's in the preparation of breaded chicken products. Okay, I gotta get out of here before I drown. Oh, I'm gonna drown. Ah! 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 Quickly! Woo! Okay, lots of treasure in the pool. Leviathan's Hollow is beautiful. Looks like it might have been a godless ruin a long time ago, and then the Zorips moved in at some point, and yeah, just a beautiful place. Especially, remember, we're in the middle of a desert right now, so to find a sheltered, shadowed little oasis like this, it's worth even more in this area. Hi, Miss Muffin. What are you doing today? Hi! Happy Saturday, everybody! Seems to be a bit of a trend for the Zorips squatting in godless ruins. Yeah, that seems to be their thing, huh? But hey, when the godless ruins are this nice, I cannot blame them. Now, unfortunately, there's a ton of loot sort of on like the second tier here, and I don't know if I can get to it. This oasis is so nice, I can hear the humans coming to steal it. Well, when I'm done here, there's not going to be any Zorips left, so it's going to become prime property, that's for sure. Come on, use your arms! No! Ugh. So close. Okay, maybe if I sort of go up and around. What do you think, Muffin? I love you. Unfortunately, Mommy needs both hands to play Avowed. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. We got treasure. Oh, Gay Lemur! Hi! Oh, he's so Muffin's like, wait, did you just call something else cute? Mother, I am right here. Right here. It's so funny. I have like a Muffin voice, right? Like I think we all have a pet voice. And Muffin has identified that voice with her because usually I'm cooing at her. So every now and then, you know, we'll be watching a movie or something and something cute will show up and I'll use the, you know, Muffin voice and immediately her head will like flick around like, Mother? Who are you talking to in my voice? So whenever I coo or ooh and ah over something, it usually elicits a reaction from Muffin, which is kind of funny and also kind of sad. Ooh, we've got a unique gloves up here called Zorip Paws. They give plus 15% stun and unarmed hits deal plus 10% bonus fire damage. Whoa! If anyone wants to do an unarmed melee build, if you want to just go around and punch people, these are the gloves you need. Why someone decided to skin the hands of a Zorip and stitch them into gloves fit for Kith hands is a question better left unanswered. The claws still attached to these rough, scaly gloves are still sharp, perhaps even sharper than when the Zorip yet lived. Despite their wretched appearance and the weirdly squishy feeling of their interior, ew, the gloves fit like a charm, like they were made for you. The sharp protrusions, at least, are useful when fighting without weapons. So I thought the name Zorip Paws was just like, I don't know, because they were made to look like Zorip Paws, but no, those gloves are literally made from the hands of Zorips, so there you have it. No wonder they're slightly squishy inside. Okay, there's a bit more treasure over there, but I'm not sure we can get to it from here. Hang on, we might be able to. That has finger puppet vibes. Oh, this is the way we came in before. So if we come around the backside... Wait, I thought I saw treasure up here. Oh, there it is. I see.
Forgive. I hope Quilichi. Forgive me. Forgive me. I keep thinking of home.
Yada, if you want to think of home, you don't have to apologize. You also don't have to keep telling me about it. Hey, Jazzy. Oh my goodness. Is your area expecting a tornado? Oh my gosh, that is so scary. Please, stay safe. A tornado in March. Is that normal tornado season? I feel like it's not, but what do I know about tornadoes? Making weapons out of the recently slain. This is getting a bit early European. I don't know if you guys saw in the Discord, but I actually platinumed and finished Infinite Wealth last night. I'm sure you guys know I've been on quite a journey through the Yakuza Like a Dragon series over the past 2 years. I started from Yakuza 0 and went all the way through up to Infinite Wealth, which up until a month ago was the most recent entry. So it was like a 10-game series. I'm finally caught up. I actually just ordered the new Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, yesterday on Amazon. I think it's supposed to be delivered today, actually, so I'll probably start that this evening, but pretty cool to finally be caught up. I know both MK, well, I know MK has been working his way through the Yakuza series as well, and I know Jazzy just finished the new pirate game, so I hope your Yakuza journeys have been fun so far. MK says, nice, I'm in the middle of Ishin. So I guess I technically cheated because I didn't play Ishin. So I played every single mainline Yakuza game. I considered Ishin to be more of a spin-off, so I figured I could wait and play that one after, so... You're just reminding me now that I suppose I am not completely caught up. I still need to play Ishin myself, but in terms of mainline entries, I am caught up now. Pirate Yakuza is really good. Awesome. I cannot wait to play it. I love how crazy it looks. Like, what a random idea it is to have Majima as a main character, I just think it's going to be fantastic. And seeing as I just finished Infinite Wealth and spent so much time in Hawaii, I'm looking forward to doing that again. But yeah, that's what I'm playing currently. What's everyone else been playing this weekend? Ah! This thing is strong. Holy crap, the Zorip Crusher. I still have that, Lost Judgment, The Man Who Erased His Name, Infinite Wealth, and Pirate. Okay, so you're into the modern stuff at least, MK. You're into the like a Dragon era. So that's cool. You'll be caught up soon. You've been playing Monster Hunter. Awesome. I hope you've been enjoying that so far. I've heard a lot of good things. I think I mentioned before, I've tried in previous entries to get into Monster Hunter, and I just can't for whatever reason. You know, not every game is for everybody, and I suppose Monster Hunter is just one of those for me. I can see the appeal, I can see why people love it, but for some reason I just... It's never clicked with me, so... Maybe we'll check out the new one at some point, but it's not something that I was sort of playing on day one. Alright, those Zorips put up a hell of a fight. Holy shit. And then the final guy we're looking for should be around here somewhere, according to the minimap. If you remember, I was telling you guys there were 2 long-running game series that I was trying to catch up on. One was the Yakuza series, the other one was the Trails series. I'm almost fully caught up on Trails too. Trails also. I just have Daybreak and Daybreak 2 for Trails, so I'll probably be playing those soon as well. And then I'll be all caught up. My goal will be complete. I was going to try to catch up with you on Avowed, but I spent hours playing Keep Driving instead. It's like a modernish Oregon Trail. Oh, that sounds fun. I mean, I know we talk about this all the time, but I always say that my motto in life is so many games, so little time, and I know all of you guys, or most of you guys, feel that on a spiritual level. I think it was yesterday I was going through my Steam library and I was like, holy shit, I have so many games here that I've never played, but I would really like to. But it's like, when do I find the time to do that? I suppose once I'm caught up on these extremely long-running franchises like Yakuza and Trails, I might have some time to knock through some of my backlog, but yeah. So many games, so little time. That's still the running joke. Quickly pop in here and eat something.
You're not looking so good. What's the target?
Yeah, these Zorips are strong. I have a to play category in my Steam library and it's only about 20 games, and it's possible that like 5 get moved to the probably won't play. Honestly, that's a smart idea. Maybe I should go through and pick out the ones that I like seriously want to play, because there's games that I like in an ideal world would like to play but probably won't get around to it, and then there are games that I genuinely really want to take the time to play, so perhaps sorting my library like that would make it seem a little less daunting. That's actually a great idea. Tia says, while playing Far Cry 3 recently, I think I mentioned that here, I found out my Ubisoft account has some old Heroes of Might and Magic games, so I've been playing Heroes of Might and Magic 4 a bit. Oh, cool! That's a game series I've never played before, but again, it's certainly always been something that's kind of piqued my interest. This is some interesting graffiti here from the Zorips. Do they worship some sort of dragon? That's something to keep in mind. Now, I think we have taken care of every single Zorip around here. So now we're just looking for the dead body. Oh shit, there's dragons? I mean, we haven't seen any, but that doesn't mean they don't exist. You'd have to imagine they're perhaps fairly rare, so... Okay, where's the guy we're looking for? So he should have a faint orange glow. So if you guys want to keep an eye out for that. The issue is obviously the flickering torchlight also has a faint orange glow, which is throwing me off a little bit. Maybe he's down there. Is the set of bones up top a dragon? I mean, that's a great guess. I'm not sure what else a giant spine like this might belong to, so perhaps that's what they're worshipping, these old bones. Oh wait, what about this little... Oh, I thought this was like a cave. It's not. Where is our last dead friend? Yeah, there are some giant bones here. This is actually an ancient lake bed, I believe, so I suppose the other possibility is that it's some sort of leviathan creature like we saw in Thirdborn. Oh, maybe he's like up there? Use your arms. No, okay. Maybe if we don't massacre them, they grow into dragons, the Zorups? Maybe. But perhaps it's best we do some early extermination if that's the case. We'd be frickin' overrun by dragons, judging by how many Zorups we found around here. Okay, I didn't find a dead body, but I found something even better. An ancient sarcophagus that's got loot. Nice. There's literally only one guy left. Recover Sergeant Hasui's badge. Is he in the water, maybe? Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like there's anything in the water except this, like, seaweed stuff. This happened to us one other time. Remember in one of our very early quests, I had a body that I couldn't find because the faint orange glow had blended in with some of the grasses around the area? So maybe that's what's happened here. I need to take a closer look. Like in this grass. Maybe it's clipped through the wall? Oh, I hope not. I don't know if one of you guys wanna do a quick Google search. Wait a minute! I was looking for a dead body! No wonder I couldn't find it! Hi, you're alive!
At least you took care of those bastards.
Uh-huh! I see the issue. I wasn't expecting you to be standing. I kept looking straight down, you know?
I'm grateful you are.
Private Naoki asked me to investigate.
Wait, Naoki sent you? Of course he did. He would be the one to make it out. Well, you can tell him we're all dead. Soon enough it'll be true. We arrived at the cave last night, made camp, and it all went downhill from there.
Well-intentioned but idiotic. That's the only way I can describe these people. Why, if you're coming out here to exterminate Zorups, first of all, why would you do that if you're undertrained? But second of all, why would you make camp in their cave? Like, that is just... Look, whose bright idea was it to rest in a Zorip cave for the night?
We thought the Zorips had already moved on.
Oh.
We're not that stupid.
Spending the night here isn't what I'd call wise either.
Look, after what happened in Fior, we had to make sure it didn't happen here. The Zorips were our first official mission.
You wanted to protect your neighbors. I mean, it's reckless, but it's brave.
Like I said, someone had to do it. Private Nauki was on watch, but I guess he fell asleep because the scaly bastards ambushed us. It was a massacre. Most died then. The rest ran off in all different directions, screaming. Nauki must have gotten away in the chaos. The gods have a cruel sense of humor to save just him.
Figured I'd roll Muffin into frame there. Hi, are you relaxing? Come, put your arm around my shoulders. Let's get you out of here.
Don't bother. I'm halfway around the wheel already. Just listen. Since we left Thirdborn,
there we go.
He's been
now you
running
can see her
mouth.
face.
We got to hear how many Zorips he's going to kill and who he thinks is afflicted. The town's been talking about nothing but Fior and the
Oh, look how comfy she is.
It crawls into our mind as it crawls.
There's the comfy girl.
It's probably why he was the first one out. Because it was all suddenly real.
Was he right? Were some of you sick?
Even if the captain had been acting weird lately, there were 1,000 better reasons for it. No, Captain Ruiki was fine. We were all fine, no matter what Private Nauki thinks. If you don't believe me, check her journal. That should be enough to please you. If anything, he might finally convince that idiot Nauki. Here, take my badge.
Oh, thank you for the hydration, Bronny.
Our families deserve to know we fought and died for them. I don't have long. Let me stay and enjoy the silence before Barath takes me.
I'm an actress at heart, Mother. The camera loves me and I love the camera. Look at her showing off her tummy. Oh, baby girl. She said, I'm having a cozy RPG Saturday too, Mom. So cute and cozy. All right. Let's go confront Private Nauki. So we actually read the commander's journal. Ow. And I know that was a little while ago. And we murdered a lot of people since then, so my memory's kind of dulled, but I don't remember her journal mentioning anything about dream scourge symptoms. Let's just double check. It should be right here. Yeah, no. There's nothing in her journal. I mean, a lot of the entries are covered in blood, but from what we can see, it doesn't appear that there was any reasonable excuse to think that these people had the dream scourge. I think Nauki was just a coward and ran away, which was our guess from the very beginning, so kind of checks out with our working theory. All that murder, I mean legitimate self-defense, probably means you need to top up on your fluids. Cheers to that. Alright, let's go tell Nauki we found all of his friends and they are all dead. Ugh, wish I could use my arms. Just these useless appendages on the side of my body. There we go. They're gonna make me go the other way, which is full of Zorips. Okay, fine. I've murdered how many Zorips tonight? We may as well make it a clean sweep, right? Oh, these aren't even Zorips, they're spiders. Okay.
This one's mine.
Oh, those are Zorips. The Zorips are fighting the spiders, I see. That is the queen spider. Oh! Oh, she jumps. No. I was saying earlier how I didn't mind these spiders so much, but the queen is making me bite my words. Oh. I didn't like that. That was disgusting. That was triggering my I hate spider reactions. For sure.
Another foe for the wheel.
Right footing.
Jumping spiders, we do not stand. Not in this household. Exactly. I'm glad you understand and feel the same way, TS. Because it is a no for me. Holy crap, no, the Zorips are coming out of here. You almost done? Alright. Every single Zorip in the immediate vicinity has been murdered. I mean, killed in legitimate self-defense. Now, let's go report to Private Naoki.
Hello again. Have you found anything?
I found your squad's badges. Reward, please.
Oh. I should be surprised. I guess I was hoping that they... You know what? It doesn't matter. Thank you. Hopefully these will help their families sleep easier.
Okay, Naoki. Wow. Wow. This guy's an idiot. But at this point, I don't think there's anything we can do about it. Let's just take our reward and get out of here. At least we were avenged most of those people. I want to put another point into missile salvo because I think it's really awesome. So rank 2 missile salvo says if any survivors remain after the final missile, the sphere smashes into the enemy with the highest health, dealing high stun. That's sick. He should get Lost Cause tattooed on his forehead, realistically. Yes. I agree. And then we're going to intellect to increase our maximum essence, because the more essence we have, the more spells we can cast. TS says half the desert wants to kill you for sport and half for lunch. Perfectly balanced, as all things should be. Alright, so I wasn't even planning to come out here into the Highlands. I was planning to spend basically the entire stream exploring Thirdborn, and then we started following those arrows, and one thing led to another, and now here we are. But all of that is to say I'm ready to return to Thirdborn now, so let's fast travel back to the ancient lakebed South Beacon and head back up to the city. We need to find a place to sell our fake drugs and continue exploring the area. Aha, do you see that tooltip? It says Zorips are known for worshipping large creatures like ogres and dragons. So there you have it. It is part of the Zorips culture to look for something bigger than they are and worship it. That's funny. This is just the beauty of an open world, though. Exactly. You just get lost and distracted, and it's so much fun. Alright, back to Thirdborn. I feel like the loading screens, or the tooltips, whatever you want to call them, have actually provided us with a lot of really good lore. Okay, so where were we? Right, we were up in this area, the residential district, exploring. That's when I found the arrows. So let's just sort of pick up from where we left off. Gasp, I wonder what they count as large. Maybe they'd worship me. Being rotund might pay off. I mean, hey, I've said it once, I've said it a million times. Round is my favorite shape. Hello. Hastily scribbled Tiranui notes. Talk to Aiko. He can't keep getting away with this. Something in the Highlands? Follow up at the Swordfish. Cinzia keeps having fights break out. Don't forget. Ask... Master Ado has had trouble with his sailors. Ask for a mediator. How to stop these drunkards from climbing the Leviathan. Talk to Temerity about this Dream Scourge business. We need to do something, and fast. The TLDR is, There's lots to do around here. I'm assuming the Tiranui is the local guard force. We actually haven't gotten clarification about that, but we've heard them mention Tiranui a lot, so let's speak to this guy. Looks like he might be able to give us some more information.
Ah, hello, stranger. Welcome to Thirdborn. How can the Tiranui help?
What exactly are the Tiranui?
We just keep the peace in and around town.
They used to break up tavern brawls and heated quarrels. Now you're, what, supervising everyone who's guarding the walls?
We're just a bit overwhelmed right now. Apparently, some here think I'm not doing enough. I'd like to see them try.
Should we give this guy the fake drugs, or should we try to sell... Now that I know that they're not even real, I honestly just want to try to sell them to some idiot and make some money off it, because it's not like it's going to hurt anybody. So I think I'm going to hold on to them. But yeah, ostensibly a peacekeeping force, the Tiranui were founded shortly after Thirdborn was to break up tavern brawls. Their responsibilities have since expanded to keeping the town and surrounding areas safe, even if their numbers have dwindled in recent years. Okay, yeah, I'm not going to tell him about the drugs.
Okay, well, don't do it again unless you got something to show me.
I just wanted to learn more about the Tiranui, so thank you. Aha, and here's the bounty board. We've got a bounty on Captain Togo, who looks to be a skeleton. Attention, a reward will be given for killing Captain Togo, the legendary pirate who spent decades plundering the coasts of the Living Lands. His skeleton has been left alone in honor of his legacy. Unfortunately, Togo has attacked and killed several travelers recently, and we can no longer risk further casualties. Togo is often seen stalking the Shark's Teeth. Caution is heavily advised.
Enjoy skeleton hunting, friend.
Bounty, Zorup Chieftain Grithin. A reward will be given for killing the Zorup chieftain named Grithin. Their tribe has ambushed several citizens and regrettably consumed them. They are known to have a nest within one of the larger rock structures in the Great Sand Sea.
Let me know when you've taken care of the Zorup.
Moipiki. A reward will be given for killing Moipiki, an earthblight known to have command over rock beetles. It has been spotted near the road to Gallowayne's tusks by the godless ruins.
I've heard of throwing rocks at people, but not the other way around.
Coda and Dario. They're wanted for a myriad of crimes against Thirdborn and its residents, including theft and assault. The two fled town after stealing a set of bejeweled egg curios and were last seen headed into the Sand Sea near some of the crumbling structures.
It'll be good to have just a little less crime around here.
Wilfrith's Dispatch. Oh, look at this! It's our good friend Sansa, the cartographer. He's reported his assistant Wilfrith missing in the Shatterscarp Desert. A reward will be offered for the return of Wilfrith's cartographic notes. As usual, the reward is not for the return of Wilfrith, it is for his notes. Below is his last correspondence posted to provide clues to his whereabouts. Hey, Blue God, you're fighting Togo as we speak. Awesome, well, good luck. Sansa, reporting at last. Took me the better part of the day, but I've found perch on a great arch with a seaside view. Can see half the region from here. Should be helpful when it comes to mountain paths and estimating sea level. Much lower than centuries before, I expect. No time to write more. The Living Lands are a mycologist's paradise. Must return to work immediately. Samples won't catalog themselves. No, it's not strictly what we came here to document, but no knowledge is wasted. I have interesting dinners ahead of me. Or interesting dreams, who knows? And our final bounty, Kuke Maka. He's a dwarf. He and his group of adventuring companions have succumbed to the Dream Scourge, wreaking havoc throughout the ancient lake bed. They've even eliminated a heavily armed group of Adiran soldiers sent from Eagle's Reach. The Scourge must be put down, and swiftly.
Put him out of his misery, will you?
Alright, that's a lot of bounties, but we will take care of it. Now, did I speak to... We spoke to these guys for sure. I think we've been over here. Looks like this is a tavern of some sorts. The Dead Swordfish.
Damn my eyes. A child of Adir.
And then...
Hi.
My dear envoy, just the sight of you recalls fond memories of more civilized days.
That name was accidentally legible in Finnish, if a bit nonsensical. Moi Piki, I mean. Moi being a casual hi, and Piki being pitch, as in pitch black. Interesting. That's my fun fact for the day. Let's see. Is that what the mud and gore caked on me right now suggests? Civilization? I don't feel my most civilized after our journey through the wilderness there.
I would know it in your bearing, envoy, even if I did not recognize your face. You must be high crown born and bred. I visited in better days, spent many nights in her ports.
If he loves the Empire so much, perhaps he should go live there.
How I miss the sight of your strapping tall-grass pikemen on parade.
We don't normally get this sort of reception. Not many people are excited to see someone from the Empire, so this is interesting. Who can forget the boys with the tight leather pants and great big sticks, am I right?
Now that was dignity. That was pomp. Nothing like dour Rawasai. Ugh, my maundering. Forgive me, envoy. This land takes its toll on my mind and spirit both. I am Nagunu, beleaguered captain of an incorrigibly roustabout crew. Dear Taue, Koa, Ranga. They saw Adir with me, you know, then abandoned me here. Oh, I miss them terribly.
Maybe the barkeep should cut him off.
I am drunk on memory only, and perhaps some regret. I only wish I could invite my crew to my table, to share one last drink and part as friends.
Why did your crew leave you?
Those are old wounds, envoy. Old wounds. Better not to reopen them. Not unless you want to see me weep.
You know, if you want me to find your crew captain, just say so, and maybe throw in a little reward.
You would do that? Venture out into the wastes to look for them?
I mean, I'll be venturing out into the wastes anyway, so if I happen to find them while I'm out there, then yes, I can't make any promises, but I'll certainly keep my eyes open.
You negotiate for the Emperor himself. If anyone could convince Taue, Koa, and Ranga to share one last drink with me, it's you.
Okay, well, tell me about them. Where can I find Taue?
Just to the northeast, living by an oasis in the Sand Sea. No fence, no walls, no roof, exposed to the world. But that's our Taue. Nothing ever troubled him that the stars couldn't fix.
I can't wait to hear the story from these guys about why they left their captain, because I'm sure they've got a very reasonable explanation for doing so that Nagunu is not telling us here. Okay, what about Koa?
Deathly serious, Koa was, about every little thing. Fled to the shark's teeth with a few others when the plague came. He always had a fragile soul.
And what should I know about Ruanga?
She's a scholar of munitions, happier in the hold with gunpowder than out beneath the sky. I expect she's still holed up in the mine outside of town, polishing her arms.
Okay, I'll keep an eye out for him.
Of course. You have been more than generous with your time as it is. Oathbinder guide you in the Emperor's work, envoy, and in all your labors to come.
T.S. says they didn't find the tight leather pants and long sticks as appealing as he did. Hello.
Welcome to the Dead Swordfish. I wondered when I'd see you around here. What can I do for you?
You were expecting me?
Are you kidding? After what you did at the gates? Anybody who's anybody comes through my tavern. Just a matter of when. Now, did you want something, or are you just here to see me?
Ooh, Euro says, I just pulled a nice Glaceon EX card. Nice! I have had such bad luck with pulls in the last 2 expansions. I feel like the first 2 expansions I did really good. The last 2 expansions have been awful. I pulled the Arceus God card there the other day, which was really nice. That felt like some redemption for all the terrible pulls I've been having lately. But seeing how many of you have posted that Art Rare Meryl card that I want so bad is just, it's a blow, let me just say. And I know there's an Art Rare Leafeon card in this set as well, and I won't give up. I'll open my 2 packs every day, and we'll pray to Arceus that eventually I'll get some hits. But I can't wait to see that Glaceon EX card. You'll have to post a picture in the Discord. Seems like you get a lot of trade through here.
That's an understatement. You want to hawk wares, you come to Thirdborn. Legitimate, or, well, you know.
You did? Okay, let me go see.
Of course. But people here are a little more forgiving than the Adirans. Oh, no offense.
Ooh, that's so pretty. See, I want the Leafeon version of that so bad for anyone. Oh, you're not going to see that very well. My phone screen is not really... If I turn up the brightness. No, that makes it worse. Turn down the brightness? Now you can't see anything at all. Okay. Well, anyway, go look in the Discord. Euro pulled a nice Glaceon. I mean, look, Thirdborn has its own rules. I'm not here to impose Adiran ones. That's not why I came here.
Never thought an Adiran would.
Oh, you can't see me. Or the game. You can see me. You can't see the game.
Waiting for
Sorry.
barrels of meat to come through. My supplier Falkeen has been sitting on it. Some Adiran oomph should change his mind. I'd be happy to reward you if you don't mind talking to him. Now, did you want something, or are you just here to see me?
Well, let's see what you offer. She sells essence potions, which I want. She sells, ooh, a quest item, Fragments of the Eyes. This map provides information on the locations of fragments for Whale's God Totem. Yep, I want that. Nice, that'll give us some clues. We're gonna buy some of her drinks. We're gonna buy her lockpicks, her Merc Brew, all of her grog. And then what are these? Sojourner's Boots, Thirdborn Gloves, and Trickster's Curious. All, I'm sure, would be really good depending on what sort of build you had. Not great for us, though. So now let's sell some of the stuff we picked up while we were out exploring. Okay.
If you're going out to the Highlands, watch your back. They're dangerous.
Will do. Already been there, so I know that your advice is sound. Oh, look who it is. Naoki.
Oh, it's you. Hey, I'm kind of busy right now, but you know, good to chat.
Yeah, I'm sure you are, Naoki. I'm sure you are. Hey, Kirky, how are you? Good evening. Happy Saturday, my friend.
So, that's how the mad archmage Tane found himself in the Living Lands.
But no one's seen him, have they? What's he been up to?
Leave that storyteller to her stories. I'm playing this on the hardest difficulty. I have pretty good health and defense, and I'm basically being 2 to 3 shots before I'm dead. Oh, wow. We're just playing on normal, and honestly, it seemed like a good difficulty so far. It's presenting a good amount of challenge while not being too overwhelming. So I've been good with normal, but perhaps on subsequent playthroughs I'll bump the difficulty up a little bit. I don't know if there's like a new game plus, but I find that's always a good time to bump up the difficulty.
Even after all they've done to me, I miss them, Envoy.
I know. I'll see what I can do, Captain. How goes it? I am doing all right. I'm happy to be here playing some more Avowed with you guys today, Kirky, and I had so much fun watching Kiki's Delivery Service with some of you guys last night, so thank you for stopping in, and I hope you guys enjoyed movie night last night. I actually haven't seen many Studio Ghibli movies, is the long and short of it, and after how much I enjoyed Kiki's Delivery Service last night, I'm thinking going forward, we need to have more movie nights so we can work through more Studio Ghibli movies. Death was watching the movie with us last night, and he said his favorite Studio Ghibli movie is Howl's Moving Castle, so maybe that'll be our next one.
Did you see the attack?
There's no New Game Plus? Oh, darn. I mean, they might add it in a future update. I saw in the patch notes for this most recent patch, 1.3, that they said they have lots more content planned throughout the next year, and they're going to be posting sort of an update roadmap. So maybe New Game Plus is in their cards. Bronny says they're all good, but don't watch Grave of the Fireflies alone. Okay, so you're saying that's a movie night must.
Perhaps I could entice you with riches in return for a simple favor?
Daiko, hang on. We know you. You're the brother of the man we saw die at our feet.
Hey there, stranger. Look at us, two kith meeting for the very first time. Looking to buy or sell? I work in all kinds of, shall we say, odds and ends.
If you're willing to talk prices, you know, I did find some illicit substances.
Wait, I recognize this packaging. Did you get these from Aiko?
Someone really should have kept you two apart. For both your sakes.
How did you get these?
I acquired them from your twin before his untimely death.
My brother gave these to you? And he's... Gods, poor Aiko. I can't believe he's dead.
What were you two even thinking with this scheme?
My brother is dead and you're questioning our flawless plan? What is wrong
Was
with
the
you?
plan flawless if your brother's
saw some
dead?
dream thralls outside of town and realized that they had mushrooms on their faces.
Wow, this guy's just as much of a piece of work as his
dabbled in such
brother.
things. So we thought that maybe something good could come of this affliction.
That was your first and second mistake.
And in these trying times, don't we all deserve a bit of reasonably priced happiness?
Uh-huh. So you were just gonna sell an untested and possibly mind-altering substance?
I definitely would have warned people after they made their purchases. As a humble merchant, I was a little more reticent to go out and acquire base materials. Aiko was more suited to the rough and tumble aspects than me anyway. Of course, once those materials were acquired, Aiko wrongly decided I hadn't done enough to deserve a share in the profits.
Okay, so why was your brother so adamant in shutting you out?
He thinks he did all the hard work and I did nothing, so I shouldn't get a cut. But come on, we're family. We were family. How did my brother die?
First, venom was injected through 2 puncture wounds. Then it would have traveled through his veins.
Please stop talking. Thank you for your help, I guess. I've got to go plan funeral rites for Aiko. Please go away. Oh, and take this. It's the least I could do. Don't forget your friend Aiko.
He gave me a poisoner's kit? Oh, interesting. Your weapons deal plus 5% bonus poison damage. Unrolling this waterproofed sealskin container reveals numerous vials of oils, extracts, and herbs, as well as written instructions detailing how best to combine them. In short, everything an adventurer needs to get a slight edge up on their foes through the application of poison.
Legal package that you said you'd pick up.
Euro says, I was so thrown off when I was talking to his brother. One second he's alive, I looked away and suddenly he was dead on the ground. I legit had no clue what happened. Yeah, I mean, he just literally crumpled into a pile at our feet. So if you looked away for 1 second, you would have blinked and missed it.
Get your fish. The attack sounded terrible. I could hear the fight from in here. It's getting harder and harder to pretend everything's all right.
The guards will make sure you're safe.
That's what they say. But every day they're trying to find fresh recruits to make up for their losses. Anyway, can I get you anything? Need your energy up in this day and age.
I could use a snack. What do you got? I'll buy your health potions. I'll buy your mariner's porridge. And that's all I'm gonna buy, thanks.
Fish! Get your fish!
Wow. Is that a cannon, or are you happy to see me? This is... wow. Interesting. Okay, I think we're getting close to some of our quest objectives. Oh yeah, look who we've got here. Namaho!
Are they... Did you...
Are they
Dead?
This is the guy I said had the Nick Jonas hair and that I would do anything for him. Their parents had lost themselves to the Dream Scourge, and we made it as painless as possible to end their suffering.
That is a salve. Thank you. All of you.
Anything for you,
Grief
Tamaho.
you're feeling now. It doesn't go away, but you learn to live with it. Eventually, you befriend it. Trust me.
Let's go, Namiho. We need to be with them now.
If Shatterscarp is like this now, well, we should get going too.
You made it as painless as possible, so lightning to death? Yeah, I won't tell them that I practice in a bunch of elemental spells, such as lightning, fire, etc. We're just gonna tell them their parents are out of their misery. Yes, as I vividly recall fireballs. Look, don't tell Nick that. I need him to love me once he's over his parents' death. Okay, the docks. This is very interesting. It's like a vertical dock system here. Right down the cliff face. That's kind of cool. I definitely want to go down there at some point, but we're not going to jump. As much as I was low-key tempted to do so, we will find another way down that hopefully doesn't break my legs. And now, I think we're getting close to Yatsley, which is why we came to Thirdborn in the first place, is to meet up with her. Our fuzzy, potty-mouthed friend, who is dating Quilichi, which we found out. That was some spicy information. Looks like she's just up here. I have a feeling Yatsley is going to be our next companion that we add to our merry band of rebels.
What? Can't you see I'm busy?
Sorry, mustache. Cinzia sent me. Her mead's overdue.
God, yes, I know that. She's been hounding me about it for a week now. I've had my hands full with other shipments. Cinzia's not the only client I have to answer to.
Things are looking up. They dropped the tornado chance from a 4 to a 3. Yay! Okay, good. Hopefully that number keeps dropping, Jazzy. She has a business to run, too. It's unfair to keep her waiting.
I know, but with Paradise under lockdown and Fior with a grain shortage, it's a miracle I can deliver anything on time. Cinzia's always been a good customer. Tell her I'll have her shipment over to her by sundown.
Okay, we'll go report that back to Cinzia. Now, aha! Here's our girl. Yatsley.
Oh, gods. And Adiran, what is it this time?
Don't worry, darling. The official Adiran envoy is here at my request.
What I want to know is why she's in the company of one of our own.
I meant to stop by, but I guess time got away from me.
I'll deal with you later. We have unfinished business. But your friend has some explaining to do. Why have you come to Thirdborn? After what your people did in Emerald Stair, I can't imagine you carry an edict of friendship with you.
I'm not sure how many times I can say this before I just lose my breath. I am not Ludwin. Don't confuse me with that murderous zealot and her band of zealots.
No, Adir just supports her. In arms, politics, and kith.
I know you're upset, Timoti, but don't take it out on us. I'm furious too, darling. That monster stole my research as she burned my home. But you know, if this Adiran was untrustworthy, I'd kill her myself.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, Yatsley.
Envoy. Eagle's Reach is a slaughterhouse.
It's okay, I understand.
Siege our gates day and night. People are hungry, and I have not slept in days.
I understand, and I appreciate your apology.
My temper is a powder keg, I'm afraid. I am trying not to explode. This isn't a courtesy visit, is it? I assume you're here delivering a message on behalf of Adir.
Oh, right. Right. Remember when we first came to this region, the Steel Garrote gave us an awful note from Inquisitor Ludwin and told us to deliver it to Temerity. And it basically says, like, give yourselves up or we're going to burn this place down just like we did to Fior. And I am not going to give her that letter, because I feel like that is not... Or should I give her the letter? I feel like giving her the letter is not productive, but in the same vein, if it were me, I would want to see the letter. I would want to be fully informed of the situation. I'll make it very clear, this letter is not... I do not advocate for the contents of this message. However, you should be aware that Inquisitor Ludwin is coming and she is on the warpath. Yeah, I think I'm gonna give her the letter, just because, again, if it was me, I would want to see it and be fully informed.
To head sharpshooter first class of Shatterscarp to Merti Kaiwa III. Ludwin wants the ruins of Naku Kubel, or will suffer the Steel Garrote's wrath. Just like Fior Messiverno. Another shit atop the pile, then. Not that I can do a damn thing about it.
You're not going to give in, are you?
I gotta let Muffin out 1 second.
They're irreplaceable.
I know, Yatsley. If we give them an inch, the Adirans won't stop until they have everything. But even if I wanted to hand over the ruins, they aren't in my power to surrender.
Those ruins belong to the Godless. If you want to end the plague, I actually need to enter them before Ludwin does.
Trust me, I am very aware of all those things. You might even say I've been fighting for those things. But there's one little problem. The Archmage Ringrim has warped the very reality of Shatterscarp.
Huh?
Let's just say there's a magical barrier around the ruins now. No one's getting in or out without Ringgrim's say-so.
Ringgrim? As in from the Circle of Archmagi?
No, she wanted to go out.
Here?
The very one.
Down here.
Yeah, no, she wanted to leave. She had a great nap there, though, and showed off her tummy to everyone.
She flew into the shark stuff a few weeks ago, and now that area is an impenetrable wasteland of ice. I heard there's an Adiran who had his mind utterly broken by her. He's still lost out there as far as I know.
Interesting. So there's a powerful Archmage here for some reason. Ringrim, the Archmage of Terror, oh god, is a mercurial figure straight out of legends, known for her unorthodox manner and unusual fixations. Oh damn, she's gonna be a treat to deal with. I mean, as a fellow mage, I'm excited to meet her, but judging by that description, she's gonna be an interesting one. Bronny says Archmage. That sounds very boss battle worthy. TS says, is she hot though? God knows I'm a pleb for a hot woman in power. If the ruins drew the attention of an Archmage, there must be something potent in them. A locus of power.
Maybe even an entrance to the garden.
Yeah.
We absolutely have to go inside and see for ourselves.
I'm not sure what's going on with Yasley's fur, but it's not rendering properly.
They're not really known for their altruism. Look at the siege of Craghold. And that was just so that Lengrath could try and show up Consulhot.
The truth is, I'm up to
yeah, the shaders are struggling tonight. I don't know if it's because of the new update. Sometimes updates break the game, which is very counterintuitive, so perhaps that's what's happening.
To control who goes in and out, just to keep everyone safe.
The recent patch seems to have broken some of the shaders. Yeah, exactly. Because this is the second time it's happened tonight.
So, Ludwin wants the ruins, but even if I wanted to give them over, Ringrim controls them. And good luck getting an audience with an Archmage.
I mean, honestly, if anything, this is a positive, because if anyone can stand up to Inquisitor Ludwin, it's probably this Archmage from what we've heard about her. So hopefully Temerity can sort of extract herself from this situation. If I was her, I would say to Inquisitor Ludwin, I wouldn't directly oppose her. I'd be like, yeah, go on to the ruins, and then let her deal with the Archmage. That seems like maybe the smartest thing to do, because you're not going to stop Ludwin, but maybe the Archmage of Terror can. Look, I am so sorry about all of this. It's truly an appalling situation, and I hope Ludwin doesn't do to Thirdborn what she did to Fior.
Appalling is one way of describing it. I'd personally call it horrifying. In case you ever feel like an adventure, Here's how to find Ringrim. Head east of here, go past the Pargrunen ruins, and when you see the ice, you're there. And Yahtzee, be careful. If Quilichi lost you, he'd never forgive me.
Oh, don't worry about me, Temerty. If my spells fizzle, I can always give a good lashing with my tongue.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Oh,
Good luck.
Yahtzee. Never change. I'll keep Yahtzee safe, don't worry.
Good. It might convince her to keep you safe, too. One last thing. Once you had a moment to settle in with Yahtzee, come back and speak with me. I need your help with something.
How exciting. We're off to see an archmage. To gain access to an ancient godless ruin. You do spoil me. I've just the fragrance for such an occasion. I want to make sure I smell my best when she kills us. Meet me by the tavern when you're ready to head out. Make sure all your gear is up to snuff. We are meeting an archmage, after all.
Can't wait to smell you, Yahtzee.
Underdressed.
Interesting. So it definitely does appear that Yahtzee going to become our companion. Once we're ready, we'll go meet up with her. Before we go, though, we'll grab that, and then can I speak with you now about what your issue is, or you want me to come back later?
Thank you for returning.
Okay.
I wish I could say I didn't actually need your
Yahtzee
help,
seems to have a
but
danger
I did.
kink.
Some young idiot Thirdborners decided they'd form their own militia to protect the region because of course they would.
I think I know who you're referring to.
Predictably, they're missing.
I might have already found them, actually. I gave the badges of the dead to the only survivor, and he said he'd return them to their families. Wow, we've actually been so ahead of the game today. We've solved 2 quests before we had actually received them as quests. That's kind of interesting. We're on the ball, if you will. Hey, Fern, how are you?
You're kinder than I would have been. Thank you, Envoy. I wish this had ended differently.
Okay, well, that's that. So, at this point, I mean, I don't think we're ready to meet the Archmage yet. I would probably like to finish some of these quests first before we go. The very first thing we need to do is actually pop back into the tavern so we can tell our new friend Cinzia that her shipment should be here soon.
Ah, the godlike hero.
2 quests completed before they were requested to you. Hell yeah. I spoke to Falcon. He'll deliver your meat right away.
You did. Fantastic. If only everyone in Thirdborn were as helpful as you. Here, for your troubles. I'll give you the best deal in the city, too.
Thanks.
Need anything else?
That's everything for me. I'll be off now.
Stay safe out there.
So let's just double check we picked up all the quests in the city. We have. Okay, so journal. I would really like to find this treasure map, because I feel like a Robe of the Arcane Cheater is going to be awesome for us. So that's something we should keep an eye out. It looks like a lot of the bounties are perhaps a little bit too difficult for us, except for this one. Kuke Maka is a group of Dream Thrall who were last seen in the ancient lake bed, which we have experience with. So how about we head there next? I would definitely like to make camp at some point as well. It's been a minute since we've sort of caught our breath and chatted with our companions, and perhaps most importantly, I also want to do some weapon and armor upgrades. Those skulls don't indicate difficulty, they indicate excitement. Kuke Maka sounds like the name of a Muppet. I can see it for sure. Oh, we've got unspent companion ability points. Alright. What do you want to do, Kai? I think I want to fully upgrade his Leap of Daring. I find that to be very useful. So now his Leap of Daring is also prideful, faithful, and has conviction. So Kai will temporarily gain bonus attack damage proportional to the number of enemies hit by Leap of Daring. And then Giata, I think... I think I want to give her Barrier. Giata grants all allies a shield that provides temporary health for 20 seconds, and then we can upgrade it to Greater Barrier, which increases the amount of temporary health granted by the barrier. And then we can get one for Marius as well. I'm going to fully upgrade his wounding shots so they're maiming shots, and his attacks reduce enemy damage. Alright, so there is a crystal right over here where we can set up camps. Let's do that first. We have collected a new totem as well, so we can check that out. Maybe we'll change up our companion outfits as well. So I think there's one more set of outfits that we haven't used yet. Yeah, because that's default. We've been wearing the Aora, so if we change everyone to Obsidian, that'll be new. Ooh, that looks really good on Giata. Alright, nice. And then workbench. Let's see, we can upgrade our wand. Yes, please. To exceptional quality +2. Then we can actually upgrade it again to exceptional quality +3. And then we'll upgrade our armor, because, well, I'm hoping that we'll replace it soon. I don't know when that's actually going to be, so we may as well upgrade what we've got for now. We can upgrade our Animancer's Swallowtail to exceptional quality +3 as well. I'm going to break down these items. Nice. And then I think everything's enchanted. Yeah. So we're good there. And then let's check out the new totem.
Do you feel that?
Okay, so now we've got 3. Ooh, +2 intellect.
Reminds me.
Ooh. I think we've got to activate this. Because of these two. This is more magic focused. We've got magic in the blood. Restoring essence also restores a small amount of health. And the obscured's vantage. +2 intellect, +2 perception. And then this one, disappearing trick. Second wind cast shadowing beyond, which is fine. But I think we're going to switch totems to this gross looking one. Right here.
The horizon.
We've only got 3 out of 6 fragments. So if we can find a few more, that thing's going to get even more powerful. Yeah. The best part is it seems just by exploring naturally and doing side quests, we've been able to find a lot of the pieces, so hopefully that'll continue to be the case.
Edge of a reef, pretty far from any of our bases, unfortunately.
And when the rations ran out, did you...
Did I what?
Did you eat any of your crewmen?
No, we went fishing and harvested fire kelp. Why?
Cannibalism is supposed to be good for the soul.
Huh?
According to research, anyway.
What research?
I've also heard that sailors have appetites that can't be sated on land.
Sometimes it's just about survival. You make different decisions when your life is on the line.
Is Giata curious about cannibalism right now? Like, I am all for, like, curiosities and trying things once, but I'm not sure if cannibalism slots into that.
First.
Remind me never to get on a ship with any of you.
What an interesting conversation to overhear. Okay, while we're here, we're gonna craft some stuff. Some pies. We're gonna cut up this cheese wheel. We're gonna cook all of the fish that I've harvested. Cook all my rabbit bits. Cook my sausages. Make a stew. Make some porridge. Make some mead. Make grenades, sure. Why not? Oh no, grenades are the ones that use grog, so no, I don't want to, actually. Grog is too valuable. Alright. Nice. Good cooking.
Thirdborn.
Those sausages are my main healing item? Okay, nice. I'm glad I've got some then.
Recognize the place.
When were you last here, anyway?
6 years ago. Feels longer now. You ever come back to a place and feel like the buildings are smaller and the colors are duller?
Yep, absolutely. I felt something like that when I returned home after completing my studies at Braggonheel.
And home just wasn't the same. Thirdborn was always this rugged oasis. Dangerous and out of the way, but bursting with vitality. It was a harbor for larger-than-life types. People like Capo, the Leviathan Slayer, and Tama. Glory seekers, trophy hunters, warriors trying to leave their battles behind. People who built around their stories and their scars.
And now?
All that vigor's been wrung dry. Being back, it felt like we were watching Thirdborn die a slow death.
They're facing the brunt of the Dream Scourge. I mean, that would take its toll anywhere.
True. But I can't help but feel that the Thirdborn I knew 6 years ago would have faced it better. I think what's eating at me is that Thirdborn seems rudderless. The Dream Scourge is one threat. Conflict with Adir is another. The Living Lands is changing, and Thirdborn feels like a barnacle on a moving ship. Temeriti's leading them as best she can, but towards what? What are we doing out here besides surviving?
All of this talk of drifting and needing direction sounds a little personal, Kai.
Personal? Take it easy, Inquisitor. What about you? You were sent by your Emperor to investigate the Dream Scourge. Since then, you've died, met a secret god, and gotten swept up in tensions between your Empire and our scattered settlements. You've been consistent. You brought Egwulf to Adir's justice, and the Steel Garrote's attack on Fjord went forward. Do you know what you're sailing towards, or are you drifting with the tides?
It seems like so long ago now that we were killed. Remember when the biggest issue we were faced with was hunting down our own assassin? I feel like things have escalated since then. It truly, it's funny to say, but it feels like a long time ago now that we were murdered and brought back to life. Look, I follow my principles, not my commands, and when they conflict, I always go with my gut.
That kind of clarity is rare. Thanks for talking. I hope Thirdborn is able to find its way somehow.
So, tell me about Tama's badge, the one we're looking for.
A marker of his service to Thirdborn's defense. And something that helps his comrades identify his remains, if needed.
You always hope it won't come to that.
You hope it won't, but you know it might. It's an old Rauataian naval tradition that Thirdborn's kept alive. And another debt I owe him.
Okay. Can you tell me more about Shatterscarp, seeing as you lived here?
Where to start? It's a huge desert full of sandy wastes, canyons, and highlands. On a clear day, you can stand at one of the overlooks to gaze straight across the Great Sand Sea and see no end to the dunes.
Wow.
Yeah. It's dangerous and stark. A lot like Rauatai, but in a different way. Sandstorms instead of typhoons. Guess that's part of what I liked about it. Familiar, but different.
How did Thirdborn come to be?
The story goes that a lot of the first arrivals were Rauataians without other prospects. Too low on the ladder to take over the family trade, too poor to learn another.
The Thirdborn of their families, if you will.
Exactly. Rauatai's an inhospitable environment, to say the least, so my people have a proud tradition of seeking our fortunes elsewhere. The Rauatai's got a big navy that always needs fresh blood, and there are plenty of opportunities for large, colorful mercenaries and bodyguards all over Aora.
So let me guess, some of them wound up here?
You got it. It's hard to say when Thirdborn was properly founded. It started as a convenient harbor for pirates and mercs to lie low. Bold, or desperate, fishing crews from Rauatai would follow seasonal catches out here.
And then that became a town?
Over time, those early arrivals built huts, a proper harbor, and walls to protect them from all the hungry things in the desert. Well, that brought in a steady trickle of veterans, ruffians, trophy hunters, and rugged eccentrics. People looking for fresh adventure, or running from the consequences of their old ones.
Okay. Which one were you?
Bit of both, I guess.
What kept you from returning to Thirdborn for so long?
I've got a lot of memories here. And the longer I stayed away, the harder it felt to come back.
I know the feeling.
Until you came along, I thought I'd be able to avoid it forever. Thirdborn's missing a lot of familiar faces. And the youngsters who've grown up and the new arrivals, they seem green. Like they're cut from a different cloth, a more delicate one.
Congratulations, Kai. You're a grumpy old man. Back in my day, kids nowadays.
I really do sound like my grandfather.
You smell like him, too.
How about you borrow Yatsley's ladder so you can say that to my face? Thirdborn's only survived because the people were tougher than the wilds. I just hope the people living behind those walls know how to keep them standing.
How well did you know Naoki and Hisui's squad?
I'd never met Naoki.
Zing!
Hisui arrived
Counter
a
zing!
few months before I left
Yeah, they're
Thirdborn.
quick.
I knew their squad mates better. Uriki was a ship's carpenter with the Rawatine Navy years ago. Came from a military family, but she never saw much combat herself. Manu was a deckhand on a pirate ship. Stopped in Thirdborn with his crew to resupply and never left. I don't think piracy suited him. Kiri, he was a sweet kid. Born shipboard to a mercenary captain who left him here and never came
I think
back.
Muffin is scratching to
For
come
the
back in.
longest, I thought that was for the best.
Welcome back, Miss Muffin. You had to go have a snack and do your business, and now you've returned? We all missed you. Hi. I'm sorry you lost your friends, Kai.
Me too.
Muffin wants to listen to Kai too. She's like, Mom, I'm missing Kai's backstory. Quickly, let me in.
They just weren't
I could just hear she does this on the door
Because
when
there
she wants to
weren't
get
enough
in.
seasoned soldiers to train
And I could
them.
just hear it through my headphones. Wait a minute.
Dire straits if they're sending people like this out to patrol.
Okay, that's all for now. Good night, Kai.
I can take watch. I'll be up a while anyway.
It is truly appalling how restricted my ingress and egress is in this household, Mother.
Don't take this the wrong way, but your friend the ambassador, he's an asshole.
Wait, what? Hang on. I think he's great. I mean, he was rude to you, so... Sorry.
You aren't the one who should apologize.
I actually like the ambassador,
What is it
but...
about authorities? No modesty, no humility, and barely any regard for others.
One of the advantages of leadership, I suppose. You can act like that and pay no repercussions.
If he's entitled to be an asshole, then I'm entitled to punch him in the jaw. Does that kind of power appeal to you? Would you lord over this island as the ambassador does?
I mean... I think this island needs an archivist and a historian, not another bureaucrat, and that is something I could do.
You're too modest. Maybe that means you're suited to the job. Well, I've kept you as a captive audience long enough. If there's anything else, just let me know.
Let's talk about Shatterscarp.
What's on your mind?
The Dream Scourge has hit this place hard.
The Dream Scourge is getting worse. First our land, then our animals. Now our people.
That's what I've been saying.
If we don't put a stop to it, we're looking at the end of the living lands.
We'll stop it somehow. Have faith.
I keep trying. And the world keeps punishing me for it. As if the Dream Scourge wasn't enough of a problem, the Adherents are profiting off our misfortune. They haven't come to help us. They're here to exploit our weakness.
Well, hey now. That's true of the Steel Grove, but not all of Edir. Look at me. I'm here to help.
The Steel Garrote are a weapon. Who do you think wields them? It's too bad. We're fighting for our lives, our souls, and our freedom.
Maybe.
I don't know if we can win all three.
You doing all right?
I've been better, if you hadn't noticed. Maybe it has something to do with my home burning down. My apologies for acting cynical, but it feels as if nature, politics, and even the very gods are working against us. I don't appreciate being backed into a corner, but here I am,
I mean, I understand. If there was ever a time to be cynical, it would be now, but I do appreciate the apology. Do you want to talk about what's on your mind?
I don't leave Emerald Stair often enough. With everything going on, there's been no time to explore. My city had to burn down before I could take a vacation. Sorry. I'm in a mood, if you couldn't tell.
I still think the Garrote is a rogue entity. Agree. They didn't start that way. I think it's very clear that our Emperor enlisted their help to be a bit more muscle for us to get a foothold here in the Living Lands. But I think the time when they were following the Emperor's orders is long gone. I think they have completely gone rogue. I don't know if the Emperor even knows what they're up to anymore. So I'm not justifying all of the Empire's actions. It's quite clear that some of them are sort of muscling their way in, and it's not cool, but I continue to try to separate the Empire from the Steel Garrote, because I agree, I think the Steel Garrote is just, at this point, gone rogue. Do you want to talk about it?
Only if you can stand the ramblings of a depressed bookworm. I used to think I had it all figured out.
I'm a bookworm, so from one bookworm to another, let's hear what's on your mind.
This entire island is the prison of a mad god. How is one Animancer supposed to compete with that?
I mean, that's a great way to put it. This entire island is the prison of a mad god. I mean, you're not alone in all this. You also have an envoy, a mercenary, and a tracker. And soon we're going to have a little fuzzy potty mouth. And between the 4 of us, 5 of us, I'm hoping we can compete.
All we're missing is the juggling act. Maybe I'm being melodramatic, or maybe I'm not used to seeing things clearly. But what if animancy has no future in the Living Lands? What if my entire career was a mistake?
I mean, I hear that a lot, and usually from students on the cusp of a breakthrough.
If a breakthrough is coming, it'd better hurry. I can't wait forever. You're a good listener as always, but I've taken enough of your time. I'll be fine, really. I'm not the first Animancer to question her life choices, and I won't be the last.
Poor Giata. She's going through a lot right now. You should get some rest.
You too.
Bronny says they're not even subtle with the fact that the Garrote are just Ludwin's own vendetta army. Yeah, they've taken their original peacekeeping mission and liberally reinterpreted what it entails. Exactly. I think we're all in agreement on that.
Hard to say. Kind of.
I really enjoy the party banter between the characters. It's usually quite interesting to listen in on their conversations here.
And left a bruise in the shape of an eye.
You're in luck. That's an onlooker worm snake. Harmless, though legend says they're emissaries of Wow.
Wow. The god of mysteries and illusions sent me a snake?
Be glad it wasn't a shimmering dream beast. Those are nasty.
Well, the venom won't kill you, but you'll have some interesting nightmares.
Nightmares I can deal with. I wonder what it all means. Oh well, perhaps I'm not meant to know. Thank you, Marius. I feel a lot better.
Don't mention it.
We need to take some time to check in with Marius now, because since he's not in the active party, I feel like we don't see a whole lot of him, so... What's up, Marius? Let's catch up.
Listening to Yatsley's thoughts about godless ruins is one thing. Bringing her along for the rest of the trip is something else.
You don't trust her?
Well, don't you think it's a little convenient? You need to go somewhere no one ever goes, and here she is to show you the way. If she's read anything about the garden, it was written centuries ago. Obviously, things have changed since then.
Wait a minute. Are you jealous? Because you seem really bothered by this. Are you jealous that someone's sort of moving into your role as guide and tracker?
Bothered? Pedraku. It's my job to guide you as safely as possible. What you're doing isn't safe. I'll go along with whatever you decide. Just don't be disappointed when she doesn't show you what you wanted to see. Anyway.
Let's talk about Shatterscarp.
Right. What do you need?
I'm interested to learn more about the area.
If you're asking about the ruins and shrines and all that, you're asking the wrong person. Best we avoid those out here. This place is deadly enough without the ghosts and monsters and weird magical walls you find in those places. Trust me. Sometimes I bring someone with more bravery than smarts out here, and they always turn around at the first empty room that tells them to go away. I don't blame them. If you're looking to survive, don't try to get yourself killed. That's the first rule.
Poor grumbly Marius. He gets so uncomfortable with anything he can't control. He is obviously more at home in somewhere that doesn't have as much weird magic and unexplained ruins, and I totally get it. He feels like he doesn't understand this place, he can't control it, and therefore he doesn't like it, which is a completely normal reaction. Do you have any tips for surviving in Shatterscarp?
Let's see. Shatterscarp doesn't want to kill you, really, but it isn't interested in helping you survive either. The key here is water and shade. Cover your skin, or it'll be dried out in no time and you'll be as red as a Balrog's throat. You might be worried about saving water, but what you want to do is try not to sweat. Stay in shade as much as you can. And don't drink the water from the plants out here. They're all full of parasites and poisons. Getting sick out here is the worst.
Okay, that's great, great advice, actually. That's it for now.
Right. Changing the subject?
You know, do you think I've earned a little more information about your past after all this time traveling together?
Fine. You've been patient enough, I suppose. Right. Solace isn't an easy place to live. The food is stale and meager. The water tastes like steel and old meat.
Yum.
Everyone knows everyone else. No privacy, no silence, no time to yourself.
So I can see why you left. Did you leave for privacy?
I'm a wilderness expert. I can get privacy whenever I want it. Solace is a walled keep in the harshest region of the lands. Isolated is an understatement. Honestly, all of that was fine. But there was a peculiar kind of silence I didn't love.
They were keeping secrets?
Huh. You should be a sharpshooter. You keep hitting the target.
Yes!
I have only the faintest memories of my parents, which was fine. I had friends and mentors and trainers and elders. When I asked about my real parents, though, they just told me I was safe now, and that the Wardens were my family. I never knew if my parents were alive or dead. I like to assume that they had died fighting some giant monster in the Tusks, but no one would say. When I asked for more, they changed the subject, like I wasn't worthy of a backstory.
Huh. So you don't know where you're from?
I'm from Solace, for whatever that's worth. My oldest memories are of Solace. My oldest friend is from there.
Thank you for talking to me about this.
Right. You asked.
Still obviously didn't get the full story, but we've got a bit more information now. I mean, for the most part, Solace doesn't sound like a great place to live, so I can see why he wanted to leave, but also there was clearly some sort of weird secrets being kept about his family, and he didn't appreciate that, so it's another reason why he left. Alright, that's enough for now. Get some rest.
Pleasant dreams.
Pleasant dreams indeed. Good night, everyone. Get some rest. Tomorrow we're gonna kill... what was it? Kuke Maka? I think it's the name of our bounty. Oh, hang on. First I'm having some dreams.
Seeds of change. Their petals sprout across the barren land. They sing to the unwanted ones, and the unwanted ones sprout in turn. The soil remembers what it once was. It will soon be whole, safe.
Yeah, that's ominous. The more of these weird comments we hear from our god, the more I think they are responsible for the Dream Scourge and they think it's a good thing. That's basically the only interpretation of what Sapidal just said, is that she sees the Dream Scourge contaminating or spreading across Shatterscarp, and she thinks it's a good thing. And we, obviously, do not think it is a good thing. What are you talking about? Can you be a little bit more clear?
The soil does not want these cities.
There it is.
It yearns for silence, for the kestrel song.
There it is.
But first, the sprouted ones will grow. They will bring the stillness and the bird song.
That was actually pretty clear. So you think the Dream Scourge taking over Shatterscarp is a good thing?
The air was not meant for voices. The soil was not meant to carry buildings. We want all of them gone. We wish for life to flourish again.
Well, that makes things pretty clear. Our objectives and Sapadal's objectives are completely opposite to each other. We have completely opposing views. We want to stop the Dream Scourge so people can live here, and she wants the Dream Scourge to continue to flourish. And to her, the Scourge is the land healing. She wants it to eradicate all life, all cities, and return the land to its barren, peaceful state, I suppose. There's life in Shatterscarp now. Don't you see it?
Pilchards growing on bushes. Life that should not be here. Death nourishes the soil. All things come from the rot.
We don't need death for things to grow.
The spider devours her mate to lay her eggs.
That is a terrible example. We hate spiders.
We ponder, dream of shifting sands now. We will speak again.
If I had to speculate, I believe the godless people, the people who lived here before us, must have been the ones who imprisoned Sapadal, because you'd have to imagine that these thoughts of hers aren't new, and once the godless civilization began to flourish, perhaps she said nuh-uh and tried to eradicate them with the Dream Scourge. They imprisoned her, and in doing so, it was probably a difficult thing that wiped most of them out. And now it's all happening again. I guess maybe her bonds are weakening. She's been in prison for so long. I mean, it sounds like we're only going to have two options here when we meet Sapadal. We somehow convince her to change her mind, which maybe all of these conversations are helping her to see a new perspective and change her mind. And then we'll be able to keep her alive. Or we're just gonna have to kill her, because it is quite clear that if she's not connected to the Dream Scourge, or if she's not the source of the Dream Scourge itself, she's its #1 fan. So it's not gonna work if we want to save this place, unless we can change Sapadal's mind. Because yeah, the more we talk with her, the less inclined I am to free her. I completely agree, so... Very, very interesting, and it's all gonna come to a head whenever we can find this garden. This isn't a JRPG. Killing God isn't on the agenda. Well, it might be. Alright, so here's the pack of Dream Thralls led by Kuke Maka, our bounty target. Let's do this thing. These guys are strong. Nice. Kai is doing a good job of tanking. Nobody over there bothered me for quite some time until right now. There we go. Is that everybody? Whew. Whoa.
Worried for a second.
We've got a unique one-handed melee weapon right here, the Emperor's Reach. That's pretty cool. That's a nice looking sword right there. Very nice. Looks like, unfortunately, this band of Imperials got attacked by the Dream Thralls. Now we just need, which one was the, See, the unfortunate part about being an elemental spell user is a lot of times you melt your enemies into piles of unrecognizable ash, so trying to collect what you need for the bounty can be a little difficult. I'm not sure where our guy went. Collect proof of your kill. I know, but I think I melted him. You think they died near the bottom of this ramp? Oh, yes. You're absolutely right. Dream Thralled Dwarf's Braid is our bounty trophy. There it is. Alright. One quest done. Now, what do we have over here? One last drink. That one looks like it's nearby. This one is the one for Captain Nagunu of Thirdborn, who wanted to see his old crew again. They're scattered all across Shatterscarp, but it looks like one of them is nearby. Right here in the abandoned mine. So let's head there next. The issue is, I guess, is I'm not sure how we access it. Let's actually teleport back to the Thirdborn party camp and go that way. Oh, I didn't want to actually make camp. Just wanted to fast travel here. Oh, another dream.
Singing sand. We feel the essence seep from the ruins.
Okay. I can't believe I'm actually getting used to hearing from you now.
Time tempers. A rocky surface, smoothed by a spring rain. A lion kneels, a blight before it, spells and suspicion at its back. What ruled the land alone now seeks the safety of the pride.
Seeping Essence would be a good metal band name. It would. Independence is a treacherous path, but I think Thirdborn has to stay strong.
Let the vulture feed once, and the flock will never leave. We feel the people of Thirdborn huddle together in the dark. We smell desperation, panic. Then, the seasons change. They turn to each other.
Okay, is it an alliance? You're real cryptic tonight, Sopadal. In our last conversation, I basically understood what you were trying to say. This one, I'm having trouble following you.
The rose does not depend on the moss to survive. We look deeper. Our limbs sift through sand. What do you know of this?
What? I've had some strange conversations with you, but nothing compares to this one.
We cannot tend the flower if we do not know its name.
I suppose I know as much about Kith bonds as anyone.
For years, we watched the Akita share their food and tie their hands. Gifts, promises. Why do they undertake these rituals?
Oh, she's talking about marriage now. I didn't realize we would be talking about the tradition of marriage with an imprisoned god who speaks to me in my dreams, but it's simple. Why do people get married? Because they love each other.
Still, the word eludes our grasp. Perceive the ocean in a drop. Do its waves sing to you?
I've never been in love.
Mystery. Uncharted coastline. Solitude. Is it always a prison? We wonder. New leaves breach the impenetrable clay. A bush unfurls amid the suffering and strife and blooms. Nothing should live here. How can it sprout? From what well does it spring?
See, when she says stuff like that, it makes me think maybe she can be convinced to change. Times like these, when she's asking questions and we're answering her and teaching her about people and relationships and human nature, it makes me think that perhaps her perception and her understanding of things is growing, and maybe she can be convinced to leave us alone. We can find strength in each other when we've got nothing else.
4 arms build together. A fence made strong.
And I wonder if at the end of the game, if you are, I assume you're sort of you're going to be given different choices as to how to deal with Sapidal. And I wonder if one of those choices is going to be based upon how many conversations you've had with her, what the answers you gave her were. Like, is it all very dependent on how you treated her? Because I think it would be cool if it was that way. You know, like if we can convince her that humanity's worth saving, maybe she'll save us or allow us to live here. Also, what the fuck is this? This is disgusting. Is this how desert beetles repopulate with gross green egg sacs? Ooh, a new fungus. I sure hope so, because a binary choice of kill or spare would be a pretty boring outcome. Yeah, agreed, so I hope it's a bit more nuanced than that, for sure.
Watch your right.
Yeah, so as you can see, the mine is right here, but
another win.
It's not as easy as just walking to it on the map. We're gonna have to sort of like navigate our way in there. Ugh! Big jumps. Are you suggesting that you want the outcome to be fuck, marry, kill? Oh, who do we have here? Hello.
I still remember the first time I saw these dunes. In the heat haze, they looked just like waves.
Yeah. Wow. It's even more deserty over on this side. Good place for a painting.
Oh, hello. A hero passing by on a noble quest, are you? It seems everyone I meet is on some kind of quest these days.
Something like that.
Of course. I won't pry. A sense of mystery must keep you safe. It's the same way in art. Always wondering what to hide, what to reveal. I've been trying to capture the essence of the sand sea for days. The sands are alluring, but confounding. I'm missing something. What do you see?
Oh, Bronny makes a good point. He says, ooh, is this the artist that left the other stuff? Right, I remember some of our previous treasure maps were from an artist. Maybe this is him, and he's moved on now to here. I mean, I'd rather know what you see in it. You're the artist here.
The specks of sand glitter like gold. No other land can compare. Wait, gold. That's it. That's the dimension I was looking for.
You're welcome. Happy to help.
You have. Thank you, traveler. Now, I've got to get to work.
Good luck.
Perhaps a more vibrant orange.
Can't wait to see the painting when it's all done. I mean, it looks like something I could paint right now, and that is not a compliment, so hopefully you can spruce things up a little bit, my guy. That is interesting. We've got letter to Thyton here. The sheet of paper has several false starts to a letter addressed to someone named Thyton in Paradise. The latest half-finished version is the only part not scribbled out. I had the pleasure of seeing your newest composition on my last trip to Paradise. I must commend you. Never have I seen such a breadth of color rendered so plainly. I marvel at how you could wield such a vibrant array of hues and misuse them so. Truly, what a skilled artist you are. Is this a compliment or an underhanded compliment? Of course, I'm sure you've heard much acclaim from the others in Paradise, and I can see how to the untrained eye— yeah, no, underhanded. Very underhanded. Okay, he hates this guy. Interesting. I guess everyone has their rivals, even artists. He's just adding some happy little clouds. That's right. God, it really is a beautiful view here, though. Look at this. You can see the city over there. The ocean.
I've got to hurry before the plane checks out.
Best of luck, my guy. Okay, I thought maybe we could get to the abandoned mine this way, but it seems like maybe we need to go up and around the other way. So before we get too far, or should we just head east? I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. All of our objectives right now are completely scattered across the map. The issue is I know these other bounties are going to be difficult fights because of how they're marked in my journal. So, I mean, I guess all we can do is just pick an objective and head there. Oh, it looks like some of the bounties have decreased in difficulty. Since I leveled up, I guess now they're not so bad. We still need to find this treasure map too. We need to find the cartographer. We need to go to the Sand Sea ruins. We need to go to the mine. Yeah, okay. Let's just head east, I guess. Over here is one of the people we're looking for, and next to them is the Zorip Chief. And I'm sure we'll encounter a bunch of other things along the way. Thus is the way of the open world RPG, so let's just head east, I guess, and see what we find. See a bunch of Audra crystals right there, which I kind of want to check out. Broken Crown Rock. I can see where it gets its name. Ooh, what is this? This looks cool too, and I think we can get in here if we burn these vines.
Here it comes.
Ah, treasure! Looks like someone was camping in here. Woodcutter's log. Got stuck in this damn cave. Torch is running out. It gets blistering cold at night out here. Harmon saw a tree further down, he thinks. Better than freezing to death stuck in here. Got a fire going now. Staying the night in here might not be so bad now. Better than getting eaten by Zorips. The vines, they seem like they're getting closer. I've never seen anything like it. They're growing so quickly. Or maybe it's a trick of the firelight. It's gotta be, right? Nothing can grow that fast, not even in the Living Lands. Damn. The vines grew so fast that they just trapped them in there? That's crazy. Just another side effect of the Dream Scourge, I guess. Now, I want to get up there. Broken Crown Rock. And here, there's some strangled Audra and a bunch of spiders. Oh, didn't mean to do that. I was trying to save my game because Nightbot told me to. And I pressed the wrong button. There we go. Treasure. Now, I want to get over to the other side, though. Ugh, too many spider webs for me, and too many skeletons, too. This is not ideal.
Stand back.
Could I please burn this web? It's so gross. Ugh. Things we do for an adventure. Alright, let's see if we can jump across here. Get a running start. Yeah. Did it. Whew. Yeah, what do we have here? Strangled Audra.
Something happened here. A spinner lay its trap in the dark.
Ew.
A home became a prison became a home. We thrash against the web that binds. What must we do to escape?
Wait a minute. That was interesting. She says something happened here. A spinner lay its trap in the dark. A home became a prison became a home. We thrash against the web that binds. What must we do to escape? Assuming she's talking about her own situation, did she trap herself by accident? Because that's an interesting wrinkle. Huh. Is there anyone you can call for? Is there anything you can use?
We see a stick just out of reach. A silhouette in the dust. You appear in the distance. We hope. We hope.
Interesting. Okay. So we got a piece of corrupted Audra. And we cleanse this place. It's got flowers growing on the roots now. This isn't your first one, is it? No, we did one back in the very first area too, where the bear was. But this is the first one we've come across in a while. It's interesting. Every conversation we have with Sapadal just gives us more and more clues as to her situation. So it's been kind of interesting to put them all together. What the hell is this? What the? I tried to shatter it and I accidentally threw an acid grenade at it. This is clearly something we need to interact with. Doesn't that symbol look like the grenade symbol? That's why I used the grenade, but...
Under my...
Huh. Maybe I need to use a different flavor of grenade, as Ronnie said. This is so weird. I have no idea. I don't know what that symbol is. Maybe, maybe we need our new fuzzy friend? Maybe she can interact with this somehow? Interesting. Can I, like, make a mark on my map? No, damn. Why can't you put markers on your map? Well, we'll just remember it was next to the strangled Audra, and maybe we can come back here once we get Yahtzee in the party. Because I don't know what to do with that. Okay, moving on, I guess. Curious. I asked Google and that is indeed the case? Okay, perfect, perfect. Well, at least we know. So once we pick up Yahtzee, we will come back. Oh, are you alive? I thought you were dead. Okay. Well, at least we got a couple of free hits in there. Only said that so you don't waste more time and grenades on it. I hope you don't mind. No, no, I appreciate it. I do appreciate it for that very reason.
Nicely done.
Another glorious battle.
I mean, yeah, I guess. I don't know if glorious is the word I would have used, but sure. They're dead, we're not, and we get loot, so I suppose that is glorious, isn't it? Ooh. A unique wand! Whisper of Exiles! Hang on. What is this? Is this better than ours? Does less damage. It's a less higher quality. What are its abilities? A full combo attack deals low frost accumulation to nearby enemies and hits deal plus 10% bonus frost damage. No, not as good. Not as good as Minoletta's Conduit. This is a godless, Oh, this is a godless weapon, and look at this in the description. Once wielded by the Archmage Ringrim. For its affinity for frost, the weapon fell out of favor as her power and mastery of cold deepened. Interesting. Okay, that's pretty cool. We are just going to break it down for parts, though, but that's pretty cool. I can't wait to meet this Archmage that we've heard so much about. It is real desolate out here, isn't it? Twin Offerings Overlook, which appears to be a Zorup camp. And this is where the Zorup chief that we've gotten a bounty to kill is located.
Lava will be your sink. Lead the way. Worth and rough. Not bad, envoy. Worth and rough. Worth and rough. Enemy to the right.
Where are they? Oh, they're up top. How do I even get up there? This way. Looks like your bridges and stairs need a little repair, guys. This is no way to treat guests.
Next one's mine.
Okay. I think that's it. Ugh. Whew, that was a big jump. We haven't found the chieftain yet, though. I guess they're inside. I'll give it to him. This is quite the base they have set up here. You can see in all directions a very defensible position. Zorips are not big on health and safety. Health and safety would like a word about your workplace conditions. Whilst it's mildly bugging me, I could tell you something related to Strangled Audra if you want some backseating. Yeah, sure. Oh, here we go. Here's Chieftain Griffin. Definitely need to knock back a potion for this. Oh my god. Can someone please draw aggro on the chieftain? Hi, where are you? Ow. Okay, this is not working. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. There's one Strangled Audra per map? Oh, okay, then I definitely missed the one in Emerald Stair. What do you mean not sure about that? There we go. I was instructing Kai to come draw aggro on Chieftain Griffin, and he said, not sure about that. I am your boss, Kai. You do as I say. This is the biggest Zorip I've ever seen. Luckily, all of his minions are down, and Kai has aggro, so we can just focus on blasting him now. Kai, I was just saying about how you had aggro. Daddy Zorip. Anyway, I started blasting. There we go. Alright, he's almost down. Trying to dodge but not fall off this cliff at the same time. It's requiring some precision. Woo! Damn! That was a hell of a fight. Now we get Chieftain Griffin's head. And then we can loot his minions. Alright, that's one bounty complete. And look at this. Some more drawings indicating that they're worshipping a big dragon. Ugh, looks a little dream scourgy up here. Oh yeah, very dream scourgy. What the hell? Oh! Ancient memory. We've got something called Hell's Tongue, a two-handed melee unique weapon. And then a bunch of what I can only assume are offerings. We've got eggs, we've got fish, we've got candied nuts. That's creepy looking. Oh, wait, it's one of these! We haven't seen one of these since the very first area, do you remember? And I was like so hyped about it. It's an opportunity for us to peer through into one of our past lives. Cool, yes, sign me up. Wait, was I a Zorip in a past life? Oh my god. Ancient memory, here we go.
We have been here before. Do you hear the dust whisper on the wind?
I see an ancient shrine on this rock. Who did people worship there?
A temple built on sand. Water diverted from its course. The sea runs dry.
Right, so we already knew that this place used to be underwater. So that's just confirming that. So was this an island?
Now our memory is a wound reopened. You are Nimana, one of those who speak for us. Your gift shone a different shade from others of your kind. The souls of the departed danced before you like sea foam. Tell us, what did you make of the songs they sang to you?
Nimana. According to legend, Nimana was an ancient leader of the godless and rumored to be a watcher. What did I do of the people, the songs that they sang? I tried to comfort people, solve problems, give messages from the dead.
A mouth, a conduit, a welcome curiosity. One day, a voice called you to the wilds outside your village. Find us in the highest heights, we said. Come, speak to us. You left your world behind, set off upon uncharted sea.
This is so interesting. So one of my past lives, I was the leader of the godless civilization. And then in another one of my past lives, I was a watcher, one of the people who are able to commune with spirits, who you might refer to as like a wise woman or something. Apparently Sopadal called out to me in a previous life. And I guess... when I set off upon the uncharted sea, I fought to survive. I've realized how weak and mortal I was.
Scorching days, freezing nights, a raft more precious than a jewel. One day, you came to the place where the stone challenged the clouds. Night fell. 100 blazing lights refracted in the sky.
This art is beautiful, wow.
We appeared. Your essence joined with ours. We shared what we had seen. You perceived us in new colors. Tell us, Nimana, what did you learn?
What did I learn? To be Ekida was to live in harmony with you.
The bee pollinates the blossom. One hand serves the next. You sailed home to the village, eager to share what you had seen. We prickled. Something was wrong. Trouble like salt on the breeze. People had chased the water back. They raised the wood and stone. They built a tremendous temple. They offered us their stores of food.
Yeah, and you never asked to be revered that way.
Wrap the falcon, clip its wings. They feared you. They feared us. They tried to placate, to control. Your eyes turned up. You saw a statue, a prison. This was not our form. A wellspring boiled. Our cry rose in your throat. This could not stand.
You're lonely. I want to just open the door and stood there and smiled at me and said, I'm lonely. It has been a long time. We've been streaming for 3.5 hours. You're absolutely right. It has been a long time. We'll stream for a little bit longer, and then I'll come hang out with you. Deal? Deal? Can't say no to that, can I, folks? I mean, it actually is. To her credit, it has been a long stream, so let's go for another little bit. Obviously, I want to get through this part, and then probably we'll call it a day. Alana can join us. Yeah, why don't you come hang out with us? Muffin's here. You can see her fluffy form right there. I swallowed my fury.
A tongue bitten. You hung your head. They piled the offerings higher. Why did you not speak for us?
This is so interesting. So this tells the story, essentially, of how Sopadal was first recognized by the godless or the Akita people. And then they began to worship her like they would any other god. They built temples, they built statues, they gave her offerings, and this is not what she wanted at all. I mean, they were my kin. They didn't know better. They thought they were doing you a service.
The right betrays the herd.
Ouch.
The ground.
Here.
The thorns prick. A crack carves through the pillars. Why?
Has something interrupted your vision?
The tide surges. It drowns us.
Think clearly. Is something here? Is it hurting you?
We thought... No. We feel nothing. We swipe at echoes of the past. Oh, we remember now. A cut. A chasm as deep as the sea. A wound gouged into our skin in our thrashing. We did this.
Interesting. So were you punishing the godless for their disrespect?
To punish? To harm? No. We did not think. We merely flinched.
So you were talking about a temple.
The sun rose on the barren earth. We had swallowed the village. Nothing but ruins remained. Those who survived were cast adrift, whales beached on the sand. You could have led them, but in the chaos, you had disappeared.
So, this lines up with my theory from earlier, that Sappadal destroyed the godless or the Akita civilization because they weren't worshipping her properly, because they started to build too much and encroach upon her lands. But it looks like in destroying them, she might have hurt herself. You killed me too. I was buried in the rubble.
A voice ignored until it was too late. People again condemned to wander. A village, one day rebuilt. In time, all those who spoke for us came to Thirdborn to face their fate. Tradition without memory, a trial of unknown lineage. We saw the clay settle on the Ammonite, and we learned. We twine together. We reach for the sky. We grow. We grow. We grow.
Wow. We got a new godlike ability, Remembrance of Nimona. It's a passive ability that increases our maximum stamina by 10%. I talked about this at length before when we found the previous memory, but that is one of the coolest things I've come across in this entire game. The fact that you get to remember who you were in these previous lives, shape those memories, make the decisions, and then learn more about the past at the same time. I just find that so freaking cool. And then the fact that they reward you with an ability doesn't get any better than that. That is pretty cool. So I was multiple different figures in the Akita civilization. I was their ruler. I was the one who settled them here and created their villages. I was also their prophet, who didn't speak up and let them know how Sappadal wanted to be worshipped, and she ended up killing them all for it. That is, wow. That was really, really, really freaking cool. I'm so glad we came up here. We got a unique weapon, we got a memory, we got a new ability, and we got a beautiful frickin' view. The more we play, the more we talk to Sappadal, the more everything is starting to fall into place. Obviously, we've still got a ton more questions, a ton more puzzle pieces that need to be slotted in, but the picture's definitely starting to take shape now. Judging by those abilities and the placeholders for the unobtained ones, there seems to be a memory for each. That makes sense. That makes sense. And if that's the case, and there's a memory in each area, and we missed one in Emerald Stair, I want to go back and explore. because those are worth finding. Those are very, very cool. Alright, and since we're over here, the cartographer that we're looking for should be just to the south, and one of the sailors that we're looking for should be just to the east. So how about we find the cartographer, and we find the sailor, and then we can call it a day here. Sand Sea Oasis. Whoa, this place is freaking beautiful! No wonder he came and set up camp here. What a place to live. This is fantastic. Very dangerous. He was living right next to a giant Zorup camp, but beautiful. Hello, you must be Taue.
Hey there, sister. You here for a dip?
I mean, maybe since I'm here, the water looks beautiful.
Business. 'Cause a glint in your eye says you're here for a reason.
Well, your old captain is hoping to share a drink with you in Thirdborn, actually.
No shit. Is it a special occasion? Should I wear my nice shorts?
I don't know about that, but I'd wash behind my ears.
It's been a long time coming. You talked to the others yet?
No, I haven't made it out to the others yet.
Doubt you'll be making it back with her either. She's convinced the captain's trying to kill her. I can't say I understand why. Our last deal went south, but that wasn't anybody's fault. Sometimes things fall off the back of a boat. Doesn't mean somebody pushed.
Or it could mean they chose not to tie him down well enough.
Shit happens at sea, you know? Anyway, it'll be good to see the others again. Even if it ends up being the last time.
Well, that was easy, convincing. Can you tell me, though, why'd you all drift apart? The captain said you abandoned him.
Well, you know how it is. Captain says one thing, maybe we say another. Maybe we had a deal go sideways. Maybe it was politics. Maybe the deal was also kind of politics. See, old Captain likes an empire. Loves all the pomp and circumstance. Wronga, though. Nothing gets her madder than people thinking anyone could be born to wear a crown.
Many are born to wear a crown, but few have earned the privilege, and none of them deserve it.
So I'll see you back in Thirdborn?
I wouldn't be caught dead anywhere else.
I love how easy he was to convince. I also love how he's like a surfer dude. Just living out here in his little tent. Going swimming in this beautiful oasis. I mean, I can't blame him.
Right idea, sister.
Hell yeah, brother. Let's go for a swim. And I'm glad I did, because look what's down here. A God Shrine totem fragment. Oh, that's freaking awesome. Hell yeah, brother. Alright, cool. Now, let's go find the poor cartographer, shall we? Hey, Idaho, how are you? Happy Saturday. Welcome to Avowed. We've had a lot of fun here today. We're going to be finishing up pretty soon, but I am going to do one last quest. We have been tasked to find a cartographer here in Shatterscarp, or more particularly, we've been tasked with finding their notes. Sansa doesn't actually care if they're alive or dead, but the notes, those are important. There's a dream thrall right there.
The cartographer can't have gone far.
Yeah, the question is... Oh, wait. I think he might be out here. I see something glowing. Yeah. Yeah, there he is. I mean, if you had to die, at least you gotta die with a nice view, right? Dang. Fortunately, yeah, he is dead. This is Wilfrith, and here is his map. I like how he had a little telescope set up there. I wonder what killed him. I guess he got attacked. That's too bad. Well, there you have it. We found his notes. It's been a productive day, guys. We've explored a lot more of Shatterscarp. We explored all of Thirdborn. We're learning more and more about Sapadal, aka that mysterious voice in our head, and are starting to put together what might have happened in the past, and I'll be interested to see if our theories are right when all is said and done at the end of this. But regardless, let's call it a day here. Another great Avowed stream in, a good almost 4-hour stream today. Literally time flies when I'm playing Avowed. I have so much fun. I could play it all day long. If Alana didn't come and say she was lonely, poor thing, we'd probably still be playing, but we can't leave her lonely, shall we? Let's go hang out with Alana. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me this afternoon. I hope you enjoyed today's stream of Avowed. We'll be back again next Saturday for some more Avowed, so hopefully I'll see you guys then. In the meantime, the next stream will be on Monday. As I was saying earlier, Monday is going to be fun because we're doing something different on Monday for the first time. Since we completed the Pokemon Nuzlocke, things are switching up, and Mondays are now going to be co-op Mondays with Rory. We're starting the brand new co-op game Split Fiction on Monday, so I really hope I'll see you guys here. I'm really looking forward to it, and I know Rory is too, and it has been so long since I last did a co-op stream with Rory, so very much looking forward to that. But thank you all so much for hanging out. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. It's time for me to mop up poor lonely Alana's tears. Ooh, when you put it like that, it's really a shot to the gut, isn't it? Let's send you guys on a little raid before we go. My good friend Abby is streaming this afternoon, and they are streaming Nancy Drew, The Haunting of Castle Malloy. I don't really know anything about that, but nothing cozier than a good murder mystery, am I right? Let's go say hello to Abby. TS has kindly put the raid commands in the chat. Whether you're a subscriber or not, you can copy and paste either the first one or the second one, and we can go spam Abby's chat with lots of raid goodness. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Say hello to Abby, and I'll see you guys back here on Monday for some Split Fiction.